Welcome everyone, State of Halo. This is a kind of thrown together podcast, but we're going to go over the great roadmap that we got yesterday. The next planned episode of this podcast was actually after season 2, and we thought it would be a slightly more positive podcast, and here we are instead, like a couple weeks early, to talk about the great roadmap. So I think everyone's seen the roadmap at this point, but I have it up on screen if you haven't seen it. I'll give you the basic rundown, and then we'll just get into talking. So they go over season 2 again. You can see it all here. Nothing really new other than these narrative events we'll talk a little bit about. And then we did find out that season 2 is a banger 6-month-long season, so we love that around here. And then we have season, and then you get Forge open beta in September. Campaign mission replay, which is a great, I mean, it is a good feature, but the fact that it's a feature on a roadmap, that's just good.
Dude, that's a feature we had to wait like almost a year for.
Oh man.
And then moving on into season 3, guys. Season 3 doesn't sound like horrible, but it's in fucking November, so we don't really get any details. So that's the gist of the roadmap. So I think everyone has seen it. Everyone's kind of been reading it, so we'll kick it off with good old Luke, and he can give his basic opinion here on the roadmap, and we're just gonna kind of jump around. I think like I don't have a ton outlined for this podcast compared to some of the other ones. So I think we'll just bounce off each other and see where it leads. So you lead the way.
It's obviously very disappointing. It's basically nothing. I don't even think this is like day 1 patch worthy, right? So yeah, I don't know, and it's gonna be 6 months. So like, I think the audacity to make it 6 months again, and like what I think, okay, and this is they put like September target, August target, right? It's actually written this way. We're not gonna get it in those time frames, or like some of it, right? Because like they're already making excuses with calling it like September target, right? It's, you know what I mean? Yeah. Co-op is probably coming season 3. Forge beta probably starting late. Like, it's just gonna be all dragged out, and I mean, I don't know. Why even start a second season? This is not like worthy to start a second season.
Yeah, the fact that like, I mean, I understand. Usually a roadmap is like targeted dates, but the roadmap itself is underwhelming. But like, what if we don't get Forge in September? Like, what if they miss that targeted date, or what if they...
I mean, they didn't nail it down because they said it's a target.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, that's on one hand that's being very open, right? But then on the other hand, I have to ask, how did we get here? Like, you know what I mean? How can it be this bad that they can't nail down Forge like almost a year in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like campaign co-op, they can't nail down a date for it like almost a year in. Like,
yeah, I think the fact that campaign co-op is targeted for August, which would be when you would have expected season 3, is atrocious.
Yes, and also like I've seen people on Twitter and stuff be like, "Oh, see, when season 3 would have launched, they're giving us updates." But like campaign co-op is not an update that, you know what I mean?
No, that'll
that's
drop
not
in
that's content.
Yeah,
that's to me it's a hot fix, or like it's fixing like the game, right? Like including the base features that Halo's had. That's like fixing the game. That's not a update. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean,
or like that's not a season update.
No, for sure. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, some people will hop back into co-op when it comes out, but like,
it's not gonna revitalize.
No, it's not gonna drive anything because the campaign's the same. It's not. If they would have added co-op and a DLC, I'd be like, all right, that's kind of cool. You know, play the new DLC with your friend. Maybe go back and play the old campaign. That's kind of a banger. But the fact that they're just like, all right, guys. Fucking 9 months after the game came out, here's campaign co-op only online, still can't play split screen, that's not until later, and you could just go back and replay the same shit you already played, so have at her.
I wouldn't be surprised if split screen never comes out, or it's like some weird like stipulation, because I am 100% sure split screen cannot work on Xbox One, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't know if they'll ever release split screen. I mean, they promised it, but I mean, it's not like they promised other things and then broke it. So
is this the worst live service game ever?
Yes,
or does Anthem have that title still?
No, at least Anthem, they shut it down. They just stopped, right?
That's true. Yeah, I'd rather they kill
They
it.
moved on. They're working on some other shit, and that's what 303 should do.
Yeah,
Cut the losses here, work on Halo 7.
yeah, they're
You know,
like,
maybe like make some different decisions and then see where that goes. But like Infinite ain't it. It's already over. Like, I
But
don't
like, okay, all right. With the Anthem comparison, right? So Anthem was bad, and they basically like they said they were going to do Anthem next or whatever it was. They kind of went silent for a year, and then they're like, "Yeah, lol, JK, Anthem's done." And everyone, you know, people were bummed. Some people liked Anthem, but BioWare has like cachet from the past. Like their past couple games haven't been good. You know, Anthem was bad and Andromeda was bad, but like there's still like some belief that company can turn it around, right? I don't have that for 343. Why?
Halo,
so like,
Halo events. Yeah, Halo events. That game, not that game. It's like that person in a relationship that's like you hope's gonna change, and they said they're gonna change, but they're not gonna change. They're just you're you're fucked. So that's my
yeah,
take
because
on
like
it.
my thought is like, sure they could shut her down and start with Halo 7, but what's to say Halo 7 would be any fucking different, man?
No. That's what I meant. Like they need to cut their losses here. You know, whoever made the management decisions for this game, you know, needs to maybe not work on Halo 7.
I want to know how the management of 343 still has a job. Like, I'm
Yeah,
gonna
like-
be honest.
It's like just hire someone, I don't know, from some other company, I don't know, that
Like,
made better decisions. See where it goes.
Obviously, like CEOs for other companies like aren't the best. Like everyone, I won't like get into certain stuff, but like, you always get the like all the issues are attributed to you, but like, how does someone like Bonnie Ross still have a fucking job after Halo 4, after MCC, after Halo 5, and then after this fucking turd?
Do you know why?
Hey,
'Cause
I know why.
she's good at corporate politics, right?
Yeah.
And I think that's like why nobody from Microsoft retaliates in this. There's some way they're selling this as a success, and I can see some ways like probably Game Pass subscribers like skyrocketed in December when Halo Infinite comes out, right? They're like, oh, the Battle Pass was sold this many times, right? And Microsoft, they don't really give a damn, right, about it. Like, why
No,
would they?
they don't.
Microsoft,
they
like,
have
shitting out
ZeniMax
money.
and Activision.
Like 500 million for Halo is nothing, right? Like, you know what I mean? They wasted 100 million on the Halo MMO and then scrapped it. They just like wasting money on shit. And it's not like 303 has like shareholders to answer to, right? They answer to Microsoft. And then the Microsoft Microsoft answers to the shareholders for them or whatever, right? But like 303 is just a small part in that whole package,
Oh
right?
yeah, for sure.
So from that side, nobody's gonna retaliate.
no.
And I think certain people
in
at
that industry,
303
they don't want to lose jobs. Like, no, they're just.
But I mean, like, it's like if you're bad at your job, you lose your job. I'm sorry, like, I don't know, it's shitty. But
Priority
like,
zero, actually. I don't know.
yeah, priority zero is like the vacation.
dude. So like, okay, nobody wants devs to be overworked. Like, obviously, crunch in the game industry is bad, but why do they keep using it as a cop out, man? Like every time they so it used to be
For
like
some reason, I'm annoyed by it.
we hear you loud and clear, right? It was like the memes, and now every post says like, well, we were gonna do this, but you know, priority zero is to keep a work-life balance, so we can't actually do any of the features in any reasonable amount of time. But here's the thing. So like BK earlier asked, like, is this the worst live service ever? You're telling me that there's no way to make more than 2 maps and 3 game modes in a fucking year without killing your employees? What are your employees doing?
I'm pretty sure if you get any Halo modder, like they can make a map like
And
in a
decent,
month, and
decent
that's a
stuff
lot
fixed.
of time,
So it's
right? Make
like-
one map a month. I remember we made a Counter-Strike map in high school, right? It took us like a week and a half to figure out, and you know what I mean? Like, it cannot be that hard. Like, I don't know.
Desync's not even fixed. I'd actually get it if they fixed desync, but I feel like they've made no progress. That one update they had, like, I think the game felt good for like a day to me, and then like it just got progressively like worse, and then like now we're back in the same shit, like lagging. I haven't played the game in a while. I was gonna wait till season 2, but it's probably the same stuff, just desync. It just sucks. You see people meleeing people, like how nothing registers, shovers. It just takes out the game. Like at least fix that. At least tell me like got
That's
some
not even-
progress on it. At least
That's not even on
And
the
that's
fucking
what people-
roadmap.
Yeah, that's not. There's like the word like wording. What is it, like quality of life? But like it's nothing
but like
defined.
there are very glaring quality of life updates that if they plan to
They even
fix, you
fix
would
it,
mention
like-
it.
But Arash,
Seems
would
like they
it
can't
help
fix
you?
it at this point.
I don't think they
Arash, would
can.
it help you if they tell you they hear you loud and clear?
Oh, that would help me. Yeah, actually, if
Yeah,
I knew they heard
see.
me loud and clear,
I think they hear you loud and clear.
Fuck, that'd be good. All right, so I was gonna bring this up later in the stream, but like people in chat already talked
Okay,
about
my bad, chat. My bad,
So-
chat. I got you.
So we'll just bring this up now and we'll see where it goes. Okay. So Mr. Chris Raygun tweeted out that it would be crazy if it came out one day that a lot of the budget went to an Overwatch clone that they spent half the dev time making before realizing it wasn't working and were forced to make this version of Infinite in the last 2 years of development. That'd be nuts. And there's a lot of people responding to this, and I've gotten messages and I've heard things in the past that kind of correlate with this. I mean, I haven't personally seen whatever version of game this was, but like whether or not this rumor is true, it definitely explains things. I mean, it could explain the game we have if it was made in 2 years. I mean, clearly, regardless of what happened, nothing was being done for the first fucking like 6 years of development or 4
Right,
years.
I can totally, and that's why this is maybe so believable, because this does not feel like a game that started production in 2016. Right, this feels like a game they started in 2019. They probably were, and I mean, like, I don't know
Just now. My bad. I'm talking about
what
chat.
Chris Raygun is talking about might be true, but I don't know how deep it goes, because they could have also just been think tanking it for like 3 years
Yeah.
doing an Overwatch clone,
Well,
right?
and-
There might not be an actual like version of the game.
And that's what I wonder too, is like, were they working on the engine, talking about making this, and then they finally got the engine somewhat working and then decided like, oh, maybe that's not that good, and they kind of moved toward the game we have now. Like, that's definitely a possibility too, right? But either way, clearly the actual game itself, it was clearly like hobbled together.
Yeah, I mean, it feels it probably needs another 2 years of development, and that's another thing that triggers me when people like compare it to Operation Health, right? Because Operation Health was like a planned 3 months time where like for Rainbow Six, right, where they fixed the game up,
Yeah.
but like there wasn't dev time in the same sense, right? What 303 is doing, they're developing a game like for 2 years in like after releasing it, and that's why it's so shitty.
Yeah, I feel like every time we do this podcast, I have to talk about this, but like every time that people talk about the health of Halo Infinite, people parrot the same games. Rainbow Six Siege, Counter-Strike Go, No Man's Sky. For some reason, people include Apex and Destiny. I still don't understand why the fuck those are included, because they weren't even in the same boat.
None of them make sense. Yeah.
And none of
Yeah,
them
I
make
don't even
sense. That's the thing. Like, dude, Rainbow Six Siege, like you were talking about earlier, I mean, it started out with a smaller player base and just grew from there as they fixed the game. Counter-Strike started with like a pretty small player base and just over time kind of improved. And then
Right, but that was also the thing. Counter-Strike was completely different because people played Source, right? It's not like the Counter-Strike franchise was dead, right?
no.
There was still like players on Source and stuff, right?
And they were playing
And a ton of them.
1.6 too.
And on 1.6, right? And then when Source got fixed, they switched over to that. But it's not like, you know what I mean? It's not the same as the people still playing Halo 5 and then switching over to Infinite once it's fixed. Halo 5 is also dead.
Oh yeah, Halo
Like,
5
I mean, could we say Sea of Thieves? I'm playing devil's
Yeah,
advocate.
Sea
I
of
don't
Thieves
really
might be a good example.
care. Okay.
But like, that's another, like, Microsoft, you know.
I mean, they can
Microsoft
do it.
just doesn't
Honestly,
give a fuck.
They can make. I'll be honest. I think they can make a comeback. It's not by any means like I'm not relying on it. I don't think it's easy by any means, but like I don't know. We can get into a different conversation now. It's like I saw Favin. He tweeted and he's like, "Halo Infinite's a bad game," and it's like I get it, but like yeah, I see some people saying, but like listen, the core gameplay like it's not bad. Like we got to give him that, and he's kind of saying like, oh, but it's a bad game. It's taking me out. Still not a good game yet, and like I get both sides, but it's like, do we think like the turnaround will be? I think the turnaround can like work out with
I mean,
the
it
BR,
depends on what you
know?
expect. Do you expect Halo to be like a decently well-running
Right.
niche game? I think it can get there.
That BR, I'm thinking like I don't know.
But like,
that'd
I
be-
don't know.
yeah.
That's
It's
like
not gonna go mainstream, or it's not gonna like it was like had a good amount of players trying
hear
it
me now?
at launch, right?
I think the core Halo Infinite that we know today, the campaign and like the core multiplayer is done. Like it's not gonna die, but it will never again get anywhere near the mainstream eyes that it had at launch. And we're just gonna until they stop developing it, it's just gonna be another Halo 5 where it has like a hardcore player base. They enjoy the game, but it's pretty niche and nobody outside of Halo like plays it. Now the battle royale mode could do more. But the thing is so many things have to go right for that battle royale to actually pop off.
Let me know if you can hear me now. My bad. So much chat.
Well, and if the battle royale remotely has the issues that Halo Infinite
Yeah,
has,
I was gonna
that's
say,
it. That's it. It's done.
The only way the battle royale succeeds is if it's a standalone game completely detached from Halo Infinite, right? And I don't know if that's the thing, right?
I think it is. I mean, I think it's like a standalone, like executable. I mean,
Is it on Plam and like the same desync issues?
That's
And
the
like,
rumor.
oh, I don't know if it's on the same
Well,
engine.
supposedly it's being
Yeah, I
done
don't
on
know
the
either.
same or on the Unreal Engine, so it
if
shouldn't have
it's done
those
on the
issues.
Unreal Engine, it's completely detached from Halo Infinite. Then the BR can pop off, right? But Halo Infinite, I don't know if they will bring Halo Infinite back really,
No, I
because
mean,
Halo Infinite's still gonna
no.
suffer from the same issue.
No
the
one will even look
only-
at that game.
Yeah, I feel you.
the only hope would be like where, unlike something like Warzone and Call of Duty, where Call of Duty itself still costs money. I mean, the Infinite is free, so if people play the Battle Royale and it pops off and they like it, I mean, there is a chance maybe they would hop back in to check out Infinite, like if they wanted to change a pace, right?
Right, but then they get burned because like, who says by that time Infinite is a game worth anyone's time?
I mean,
if it's not worth anyone's time by like season 4 or 5, fucking A.
I mean, okay, so like, I mean, yeah, they have to do a bunch of quality of life updates in the next
yeah.
6-7 months.
It's really
I guess.
interesting. It's like, I don't know. It's like, yeah, and like they still don't really have any competition. So like, if they really do kind of nail this BR, it really could be like, you know, back in the conversation with like the top you know games in the genre. But
Yeah, but do we even know this BR is real for sure? Like, I haven't seen like evidence. Like,
I would say it's got to be real. But like,
No.
listen,
I mean,
I'm just.
but it's all speculation.
I mean,
right? There's
Certain
no-
playing-
Affinity is working on a
I'm playing
Halo
devil's
thing.
advocate. I'm not believing this. I'm
Certain
playing devil's
Infinity
advocate.
might be working
I'm
on
just putting it out
maps.
there.
No, they're working on a game mode.
Oh, yeah, they're working on it.
It's a
I think
game
I think
mode,
the last
but
league committed, and they're like coming
That's-
out on Twitter and shit. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but that's the other thing. If the BR does come out, it needs to come out after Halo Infinite is in working order. So if those guys
Right.
do go check out the game, like if Forge is fully flushed out and we have like file share and custom game browser, then anyone who comes from the BR to the Halo Infinite core game might actually want to stay if all of those features are there. But if they're not, they're just gonna go back to the BR and say, well, fuck Infinite.
I think 343 missed the fact that Behind Warzone was an entire fucking Call of Duty game that you could
Right.
grind on. So they were like, "Oh yes,
A
we're gonna
fun
make
Call of
this."
Duty game.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
XP system.
Yeah, the XP system. So they're
Yeah,
like,
where's
"All right,
the
so we're gonna
XP
do this
system?
battle royale on an XP system, and then they're gonna go play 5 maps and then go back to the battle royale and Forge." But they forgot the whole battle royale and Forge part of it, so we just got the shit end of the stick.
yeah.
And also like Forge, I don't think Forge by season 3 will be as feature.
No.
It will have as many features as like Halo 5's Forge.
I
Right,
have
there will also be
heard.
something updated.
I have
over
heard
time,
the
right?
beta will be a step up from Halo 5. Now,
The
I've
beta
also
is-
I got a feeling
I
about
have
it. got a
also
good feeling
heard the
about it.
beta might not work. So
Okay, so they can never just be mediocre. It's either like great or fucking terrible.
I'm
Like,
kind
no
of
in between.
memeing there, but like assuming the beta isn't full of bugs, feature wise, I've heard it's a step
I'll
up
be
from
right back.
Halo 5.
Okay.
So
I mean, as long as we can make
That'd be
maps
good.
and get them added to the game, that's good enough for now.
And the
Yeah.
UI handled it though.
I mean,
Adding Forge maps
see, that's
into
the
rotation.
thing that I actually worry about is this roadmap, which includes Forge in September, doesn't mention a file browser and it doesn't mention the custom
Oh.
game browser.
Wait, yeah, we're not getting file browser.
Are we
in
gonna
season
fucking
3,
just
right?
launch Forge by itself and just be like, all right, boys,
Wait, that's what they
back
did
to
with MCC.
back to
like,
2007. If you want to play customs, just go invite all your friends.
I think so.
Fuck it,
And then
hey,
hope
bud.
custom
don't
games
expect
actually
a file
work by
browser.
then.
That's another thing too. Currently, I know it's on their list of shit, right? But currently, custom games don't work. Like they're terrible. The settings reset all the time. It boots people out of the game 24. Like fucking every time you launch it, you can't even see who's in your lobby currently. If that stuff isn't fixed, then it's just chalked out the gate. Nobody's gonna put up with that.
The tournament, the AT&T tournament.
No, but I've heard it was just a fucking train wreck.
Yeah, a bunch of big streamers had like issues with this. They planned 3 hours for the tournament. They didn't even get to the semifinals by hour 3. And like, I don't know, big streamers were like, I don't know. I said I was gonna be here for 3 hours. I'm just gonna go. You know what I mean? Like, and it's just like, I mean, like, I don't know, because like they kept crashing, the lobbies
Yeah.
didn't work, it delayed the tournament so hard. You know.
No, customs are a disaster. Like I haven't competed in an Infinite in a while, but as someone who was competing and like recently has tried to play scrims, they're still terribly broken. We tried to scrim on Thursday, and we spent over an hour and only played 3 games against some other team because people kept crashing and then they left. So it's like, this is a great use of my time. And like, so I can only imagine how the tournament was going. I mean, it's all the same shit. People just crash all the time. And so like, people aren't going to put up with custom games. Like the hardcore Halo fans might deal with that shit, but like your more like fleeting fan base, they deal with that shit like twice and they're just done. Like they're not going to put up with that on a regular basis.
Yeah. But I mean, like, there's always a chance they'll fix it, but
Yeah.
you know,
I mean,
the track record.
That's the
isn't good.
problem. Is it's so many questions, right? Like all this stuff could be fixed by the Forge by the time Forge gets into the game, and Forge could work fine, but we don't know. I mean, we could hope, right? But even here's the question: like, even if Forge works and it's better than H5 and custom games work, does that matter? Like, Halo 5 had a fantastic Forge and a fantastic custom game and a custom game browser. The game still never was popular.
Right. It was also too late at that point, right?
Yeah, but that shit came a month after launch in Halo 5. This shit's coming like a year late.
Maybe a year late.
Hey, we got 2 maps. We'll be fine.
Yeah, the 2 maps are really gonna pull through.
Dude,
but yeah, I don't know, Halo 5. Yeah, but I mean, it's hard to compare Halo 5, and I hope Infinite is set up better because you know it's on PC too, so there's a bigger market, and Halo 5 was on a failing console, so less people probably giving it a chance again, right?
Yeah, but like people checked
But,
out
like,
Halo
it's
5
so
at
many-
launch, it just lost all the players.
Right. It's so many like valuables, so they gotta like pull together at the same time for Halo Infinite to become popular again, right?
Yeah.
And it's almost like Halo Infinite against all odds, and the odds might be too high. You know what I mean? Like, there's so
Well,
much shit they gotta pull, they gotta like fix, they gotta add. You know what I mean? Within a certain time. And
yeah,
I
and
mean, I don't see
Don't
it.
forget, they clearly don't care about the PC player base
Oh yeah.
from blog to blog. Like, there's just no hope there right now for anyone who plays.
Remember
on
when
mouse
they
and
told us
keyboard.
this would be like a PC experience or whatever the fuck they said?
Yeah.
Shit.
Remember when they said they're gonna have an anti-cheat? Remember when they said there
I
will be
fucking
millions
love
of
that.
There is an
customizations at launch?
anti-cheat.
Yeah,
Just
it's in there. It's called the Arbiter.
Evolving.
Called the Arbiter. It's still working. It's trying to figure out what it's supposed to block. Once it figures that out, we're all fucked. It's gonna start banning everyone. Yeah, I don't know, man. So like, season 2, what do we think these narrative fucking events are gonna be? Like, does that
What
even
scenes?
matter?
No. Why do they matter? Like,
I'm
maybe
back.
they're like, maybe you walk up to an NPC and the NPC will talk to you in first person. That's like what I expect. There'll be like
Nonsense.
glorified cutscenes that are on limited time. Like, there's some shit Nintendo does. Like Nintendo uploads like an orchestra video, and they're like, "This is a limited video. We'll delete this in like December." You know what I mean? Like, this is the fucking what 3 is doing. What I expect, right? It's just gonna be glorified cutscenes. It's not gonna be story.
I feel like it might
like,
be like a little
it might-
cutscene with like a little thing you're supposed to do in the academy, like
Yeah, like walk
little
up to stuff and then
training
read some
drill.
text off a screen. There's gonna be a text adventure. Like, I don't know, dude.
Yeah, no, it's gonna save season. It's gonna save the game.
Yeah, that was like
sure.
this is what brings everybody back, the limited time text
Guys.
adventure.
Guys, but after the narrative events, we can finally select campaign missions. Now, if that doesn't get you jumping back in,
I was gonna say that
I don't
before,
know
yeah.
what will. I mean,
It gets me
personally,
jumping, but not back in.
I love selecting
That's
missions.
revolutionary
and
right
I,
there.
Hey,
yeah, I
love
can't
it
believe
so
it.
much too. It's a shame they had to get rid of the tank gun to make that work.
Oh, we should talk about that. All right. So, if you guys have
You
been
get so excited.
if you guys have been playing the campaign or watching stuff, there's a glitch or bug or Easter egg. I don't know what the fuck it was, but it was
That was
basically
an Easter egg.
it was basically this cool tank gun that people were using to cheese lasso. And so 343 has just decided to yeet it out of the game. What do you guys think about that?
Absolutely
Make it into a damn
dumb.
skull.
Get good. Just get good. And you won't
That's
need to
like
go.
whoever was paid to do that. like wasted their time. They wasted resources on this, right?
That's
Like,
not trolling.
this is the shit they waste resources on. Fixing this tank gun glitch. Imagine. You know what I mean? Like, imagine Bungie back in the day fixed shit like,
The
I don't know,
Scarab gun?
the Scarab gun and stuff. Like, unimaginable, right? But, like, they somehow thought it was a good idea and someone got paid to, like, work on that. I like, this has to be a money laundering operation, right? There's no, like, way. You can run a company like
What
this.
I don't understand is I do get that it fucks with like lasso achievements and it makes lasso easy. Why wouldn't they just make it like a if you use it, it like disables achievements or something? Like make it like a
Right, 'cause
non-scoring skull.
Yeah,
Why
you can
can't
get
you
the
start
achievement if you
over?
do the speedrun, right? You don't get the achievement for beating the game if you do the
Yeah.
speedrun glitches, right? So there is definitely a way to disable achievements for certain glitches, right? And they could just do that, and that'd be fine.
Looks
Like,
they're
you can't
catering
get the lasso
speedrunners.
achievement if you use the in MCC. You can't get the lasso achievement if you use the Scarab gun, right? Like it's just you know what I mean?
Sometimes it would work. Like the game
No,
with
because
the
it's a
glitch, you would
playlist.
still get it. Yeah.
You can't select it. Like you cannot put the skull on. I mean.
No, I mean if you're oh yeah, I guess that's true. I was
Yeah.
thinking the other complete all the games on.
Oh no,
Legendary,
that
whatever.
one, sure, that one might work, but like,
Yep.
I'm just saying you can't get the lasso achievement at MCC if you put on the Scarab Skull, or you can't even put the Scarab Skull on. So there's definitely a way to set it up, and like, I don't get why like, I mean, they should have made the lasso thing. In MCC, it's a playlist, right? And the playlist automatically has all the skulls enabled. You don't have to find the skulls, obviously. And lasso should have just been a playlist in the campaign tab, right? And you go through a playlist and then you beat it, and then we wouldn't have this issue with this tank gun because they could just disable in the playlist or like the
The UI
achievement.
doesn't support those.
Yeah, the UI doesn't support that. That's another thing. The fucking UI. Whoever I don't know, whoever the fuck made the UI, I want to meet him, and I want to ask him what he was
I
thinking.
think that
Like,
just
the same
that just
fucking
code
guy.
name for we hired someone who's long gone, so it's just got to stay the way it is.
yeah, I mean that is true. That's also a thing. They are still developing a game while also reverse engineering stuff from the contractors that aren't there anymore, right?
Yep,
I-
that's what
I
I've heard
hope
from a few people.
I hope some contractor knew that he wasn't going to get a full-time job and just absolutely fucked the code beyond repair. Like some key
Wait,
feature.
all the
W troll.
contractors
That's a
know
W
they're not
troll
getting
right
a
there.
full-time job. And then it's like, okay, you hired for 18 months, right? They probably start looking for new jobs like after like 12 months, right? Maybe like
Oh, you have to.
14, 15 months. You have to, right? And obviously you're not going to be as focused on like Infinite, and why would you? Because like you're just a contractor, there's no future for you there. You're literally just there to get on your resume that you worked at Microsoft. And I mean, that's
100%,
fine, right?
yeah.
I respect that. You mean that's respectable. Like, obviously, you want to fucking have some good shit on your resume. But that's not a way for, like, to develop a game, I feel like, in that sense. I don't know.
Yeah, what I don't understand is like obviously like I don't know, they overly used outsourcing and I think it's fucking them in the ass. But like what I don't get is 343 is a big, like they have a lot of actual employees. It's not like they're some small company, and
No.
we've heard maybe they have problems keeping talent, which would make sense. Like why, like you just said, I think one of 343's biggest problems is nobody's coming to 343 to stick around. They're all coming to get a resume booster that they worked for Microsoft, and then they peace out to better paying jobs or just better projects, because Halo is just like a poison chalice, man. Like you're working on a game that has horrific tech debt. And at the same time you're probably months to years behind where you should be, and you're just getting shit on by the community, which not saying you shouldn't be, like it's bad.
Well,
but
yes, but like there's so many developers that aren't even on social media and stuff. I bet, like, you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
assume majority of the people working at 343 don't get any of the toxicity from the internet.
no,
or, like,
no, I
don't
don't
even
think
read
they,
it.
no, I
Because
don't
why
think
would
they
they?
do.
If I would work there, I wouldn't fucking read Twitter.
Oh, for
Like
sure.
that,
No,
you know
no,
what I
no.
mean?
You have to like disconnect
some
from
of them do.
that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, unless you're the community manager, like you shouldn't be on fucking like Reddit or like Twitter reading the
Right,
responses.
like
but-
no. You obviously got to put yourself in these positions, like,
Yeah.
but like, you know, so like, I don't think that factors in. But like, why would you want to work on Halo? Yeah, that's a good point.
I just don't understand, like I don't know, that just the priority zero stuff just tilts me, because it's like what are all these people working on that this is all you could create? Clearly the game is either the management like chain is so messed up that nobody can do anything, or the game is in such a terrible disarray that nothing can be done. And they're just like spending, because people work on this game. It's not like nobody works on it. So either people are just spending all day, every day trying to fix anything in this game to work, or they're submitting things and none of it's making its way. That's what I just don't understand, because how do you spend a year post-launch on a multiplayer live service game and all you accomplish is maybe some bug fixes that haven't happened yet, a game mode that was supposed to ship at launch that we should add is made by a different fucking company. Forge isn't made by 343, so it shouldn't even it's a good feature for the game, but like it shouldn't be slowing them down. They don't even make it. Like they outsourced that to a different company. And so it's like what is getting done over there?
That's true.
Not
They're not making Forge or the BR.
Yeah, literally the
Management.
two saving graces for this game that they're not even working on. Like the BR, the quote unquote BR mode by Certain Affinity is made by Certain Affinity, and I don't remember which company is making the Forge, but it's not 343. So it's like, how do you have other companies working on these huge features, but in the main game itself, all you accomplish is like campaign co-op and some maps and some game modes? But like, we also have to be realistic. Like, sure, some of the game modes sound fun. Like Last Spartan Standing sounds cool, but it's like Escalation Slayer with the hill from Attrition. Like, it's not. It's not this huge revolutionary mode that's gonna completely change Halo or anything. It's basically just another arena-esque Halo mode.
Yeah, I don't think like variations of game modes are like content drops either. Like, oh, we got King of the Hill. Ooh, how daring!
Priority 0.
They added King of the Hill, and
Who's
then
pumped
they
for the
put,
King
like
of the
2
Hill
more.
changes.
I mean,
Nobody.
I mean,
I like them.
Who's
they
pumped
don't-
about
I
getting
don't know.
King of the Hill? The only reason people are pumped for it because they like didn't have it at launch, and now we're getting it. But like, it doesn't matter.
Since we've had King
really
of the
is
Hill
so
in a damn
ironic.
Halo game.
No, we had
Priority 0.
NH5. They had the
Roman King does not count.
Oh, okay. All right. Fair enough.
It really
Okay.
does feel like priority 0
What-
for them, though. Nothing's getting done, so priority 0.
What's
you
the
know?
difference between King of the Hill and Strongholds, though, from just like a gameplay perspective? It's just Strongholds, but like more of a clusterfuck on one point, right?
Yeah.
This
It's
version
really
of
just a
King of the
variation.
Hill is even
I think
more,
it's more intense, right?
Because the old King of the Hill, I would argue, was a lot different, right? I would argue like Strongholds was more of a domination mode, and old King of the Hill was like Hardpoint, maybe. But now they've kind of blended them together because they've narrowed it down to the one hill, but you don't get you don't score points for like capping it, right? You just King of the Hill is not a limited time mode, Green Knight. Sorry, I just lost my train of thought, but yeah.
Whoa! Where was
Dude.
my invite?
Oh my god, Pop Q2's hopping, and you didn't want to hop into like the last two, so I didn't ask. I'm sorry.
Look at this guy.
You didn't even ask. What the hell?
All right, the group is expanding.
my
What do you think
God.
about the roadmap, sir?
It's shit. No, I'm done.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
That pretty much sums it up, boys.
Yep, that's it.
Well,
I
all right.
just, how did they do? Who decided that it should be 6 months again? That's my biggest gripe of all of it. Is the content that they're giving us looks like when Call of Duty releases an update, they're like, this is what you guys are getting in the first week of the
Oh,
season.
man. I wish
And-
we had Godzilla.
I wish someone
Yeah.
filmed me when I was driving in my car and I just read 6 months for that roadmap. I was just like, man.
6 months. I mean,
Man.
like, and what? Like, it's just like they're
Man.
just calling it a new season because like they feel like they have to, but it's really not, right? It's just not a new
It's season 1. It's season 1, to be
I
honest.
don't even know if it's
you know?
season 1. Like,
What
it's still disappointing
I
even
guess
for
should have
season
been for what they have for the beta. Yeah.
Also,
Yeah, like
guys,
maybe
am I
that's like a beta
crazy?
pitch.
Isn't there like 4 seasons in a year, or am I losing it?
Yeah, I mean,
there's
usually there's usually every 3 months you get a season,
Oh,
and it's 4
okay.
seasons. Every
It's
Call
not-
of Duty does 4 seasons at least. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not just the summer and winter
How
where
do
you
the
guys live.
How do the weather
Hey.
seasons change more than Halo Infinite?
BK, some of
That's
us
crazy.
live in
Climate change.
fucking Alaska, okay? We have 2 seasons. Okay, I do want to talk about this because I keep seeing and Priorities brought this up in chat, but people keep hyping up that we're getting all these new game modes.
I was hyped. I'm not gonna lie. I was hyped.
Okay,
For the
so we're
map.
getting land grab, which is arguably strongholds again, but you just like cap the hill. It's like another variation of the same thing. You're getting King of the Hill, and then we're getting Last Spartan Standing. Those are the quote unquote new 3 game modes. And then the rest of this stuff is custom game settings. Like Ninja Slayer, if I remember correctly, was like swords, Vampire Ball, I don't remember, like Oddball with something, but like
Oh, I think when you hit somebody, you get the health back or some shit.
oh yeah. But it's all custom game settings. Like this is all stuff
Right.
that literally
This is just variations. This is not new
great.
content.
It's
yeah.
in the
They
game
made a
already,
bunch of
isn't it?
modes off.
This
of
is something that
Stronghold
players should just be
and-
able to make on their own, right?
True.
Yeah, why do they
Yes.
love Strongholds so much? We have Strongholds, Total Control, Land Grab, King of the Hill.
It's the UI can really handle the zones part of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I will
UI
say,
friendly.
reading Land Grab, it reads a lot like Extraction from Halo 4, and I'm pretty hyped for it. But like, I mean,
Let's go.
okay, it sounds fun, but the problem with Land Grab is it won't come in until the Fracture event, and then it's supposed to stay after. But one thing too is like we're getting all these new playlists and shit, but like it's all going to be social, so it's like
And it's going to be on the one. It's the what is it? One new map for Arena.
yeah.
That is so sad. It's
Well, and that's the problem too. So like you have a game like Call of Duty, right? And they drop like 3 new maps a season or whatever, but you also can play everything on them. Whereas Halo is so segmented right now, whereas like Arena and BTB are 2 totally separate things. So if you're a BTB player, congrats, you got 1 new map in a year. If you're a competitive Halo player, congrats, you got 1 new map in a year. So it's like in 1 new game mode. Good job. Have fun.
And it's like I'm never gonna see that BTB map. I'm just not like, even if I hop on Infinite in some fluke, I'm never gonna like
Also-
play BTB.
Don't
Like-
forget, whatever the maps are bad, whatever they're just not good, whatever
Yeah,
they play terrible.
That's true. That's true. It could be in that behemoth.
Behemoth
I think-
2.0.
I think Halo Infinite has the wrong idea that it's like some sort of Rocket League-esque esport where Rocket League adds one map and it's like, all right, there you go, everybody. And everyone's like, yeah, I could just play this game on whatever and it'll always be fun. Because everybody says, oh, I like Infinite because it has good gameplay. And they're like, yes, you don't need new maps because it's so much fun.
I
It's
think
an
that,
FPS game.
yeah, one of that. Well, here's the thing. I think one of the biggest. Well, I don't know. I don't think it's a misconception. I think they just aren't finishing stuff. But like, from the maybe the community that's still like thinking that 2 maps is okay is like there are games that launch like 2 maps in a year, right? Like Valorant has launched like
Yeah,
what,
they-
3
and
maps
it's
since the game
completely
came out.
different.
No, exactly. The difference is that a game like a Valorant or a Counter-Strike where we've played the same map since fucking 1999, not really, but like Dust 2 still exists. But
Yes.
like games like that, the difference is that the gameplay depth is so much deeper than Halo, where like Halo at its core is you run around and you pick up weapons and you team shot people. And arguably, Halo Infinite is even worse for that than some of the previous ones because they removed some of the outplayability. And like if you like listen to the comp players like opinion, this game is very like teamwork and like team shoot oriented, which there's nothing wrong with that. But when your game kind of boils down to that, where all of the games start to feel the same, if you play ranked, you mostly run around with the BR. If you play social, you pick up weapons, but like it's not like your social strongholds game. One game will feel much different than the other game. Like they're gonna feel mostly the same. And so the way to keep variation in a game like Halo, which they did well in the past, is you have to have a wide variety of maps, game
And make
modes,
it a hero shooter.
playlists, and all that stuff. But hey, Infinite has none of that, right?
I
Right.
think this is
Nope.
easily solved by making the game a hero shooter.
I don't. Oh yeah, maybe. I mean, that's actually. Yeah.
Well, I
Would
mean,
you,
we're-
would you consider Rainbow Six a hero shooter? Kinda,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah,
is.
And
absolutely.
the game hasn't gotten a new map in 3
Way
years.
better.
Dude,
Imagine
this guy,
BTB,
hold
got the medal.
on. This dude stuck around for 6 minutes after I timed him out to saying Counter-Strike has more depth. Holy shit, you eat glue. this man's probably never played Counter-Strike in his
Illegal.
fucking life, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Hold up.
He has Halo Infinite lineups. Don't judge him, okay?
Wait, hey, are you flaming the 3 shields in chat,
oh
Rush?
my
That's
lord,
not,
I
that's
am,
not
man.
nice.
Fucking point him
That's
out and
not
everyone
nice,
makes fun
dude.
of him. Holy shit.
It's funny. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like using the
we
word
know Halo
show.
4 is the only game with more depth than Counter-Strike.
I mean,
I'm not gonna lie.
like there's nothing wrong with that. Like there's nothing wrong with me saying that a game like Counter-Strike or Valorant has more tactical depth, but like, or a battle royale, like there's a reason when you play those games, it's
He's
constant,
right. I'm brain dead.
it's
Just want to interrupt.
it's constantly parroted that like your games feel different from game to game, but Halo really doesn't. When I play ranked, every game feels the same. You walk around, you shoot people with the BR, and you try and work with your teammates.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why I need so many maps.
boring.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah, the
how
map
Call of Duty
maps-
Vanguard
yeah.
launched
The
with
variety
so
came
many
from
maps.
maps and modes.
Yep.
I don't like using the word shill, but it's funny. Like, you know, it's bad when the shills literally were ghost on everything. They couldn't even come out and make a statement. Like, it was bad. It was bad.
I think there's the biggest proof for why this game is a massive steaming pile of disappointment and sadness. You don't even need to prove it in any way. You just look at the player count.
yeah, no, for
He
sure.
says for like 25 people who have this opinion out of millions. Dude, tell me how many
That's
millions of
actually
people
the
are playing
player base.
Infinite.
Oh, what's up,
It's-
Tell
Panda?
me how
it's
many
25.
millions.
Translate to you.
I don't know how.
The player
Okay,
base
can
is
we talk
25.
about though? Like at what point? Okay, you know I've seen the 343 shills give up now after the season 2 drop, right?
They all
The Halo Sims gave up,
They
but
were
the Halo
quiet.
Sims that are still left, right? What do we do with them? I feel like it should be outlawed. I feel like it should be like get the internet. Like at what point is it like we're weeding them
outlawed.
out, right?
N-
Like at what
that's
point are
what's
they
like-
losing
extreme
any
minority.
thing now. If because if they
saying-
come out and say something like positive, like about like that roadmap, like, or you can be a little like as positive towards the game. Like, I'll be positive. Like, okay, I still love the gameplay at its core. So if they fix the lag, I'll probably enjoy it a lot more and cool. But yeah, now the show's gotta stay ghost for at least like until season 2 drops.
Yeah, like here's the thing,
You know?
relaxed. We could play that game all day. You can say the core gameplay is good, and some people will
Yeah,
disagree
yeah.
with you, but sure. We'll to make it simple, the core gameplay in Halo Infinite is good if they fix all the issues like desync, fucking the fact that you crash out of games all the time. Like if all that stuff gets fixed, then sure the core gameplay is fine. But even if we boil it down to that level, the roadmap is still terrible. Like even if we want to say the game itself is fine, the fact that we're getting so little content is still atrocious.
Yeah, and I'm seeing the argument that it's just Steam numbers. Look on YouTube. Type in Halo. Look for gameplay. It's all
shoot.
gameplay.
Numbers.
Hold
Look
on.
for
All right.
gameplay. Type
If
in
we go
Halo
by-
Infinite. It's all negative content. But
Like,
yes, we
it's
are the
negative
minority.
content that gets a bunch of views, right? Because like no people
That's
fucking
all there is.
yeah, even the interest on the negative content isn't there. Like
So sad. Because I was
like,
hyped for season 2 before the fucking
it's not just
roadmap.
Steam
I was hyped
numbers,
for
right?
it.
It's like viewer like
No.
nobody they retroactively killed interest in Halo 3.
Not even in the top 10.
Here we
Yeah,
go.
like,
This is the Xbox most played games. Threatless.
Red Dead
This is the platform that backs Halo. This should be one of the biggest games on the Xbox platform. I don't know if you noticed this, but it's actually below a lot of games here. It's below a lot of things, so it's not
Yes.
looking too good.
Below
The fact-
Call of
It's
Duty.
almost
Let me tell you
beat,
something.
it's
I know a
almost
thing or
beaten
two
twice by
about-
MLB The Show.
Yes, and I know a thing or two about pop
it's
on
almost
Xbox.
beaten by
This
fucking
game has-
Overwatch, man, and that
this
game's
game
dead
has
as
less
fuck.
than
Wait,
20,000
Overwatch is
players
fun.
across-
Don't talk
I
shit
would
on
play
MLB The Show. It's a
Overwatch
game.
over Halo Infinite.
This is chaos. This is Halo chaos. It's just like the Infinite launch.
Oh,
Look, I want to
mean,
love this game. I really do. I'm not rooting for this game to die.
Me
I
too,
want to see
Nikos, me
Halo
too.
Infinite. Yeah, because this is why I started making more videos, and I enjoyed it for a minute. It was so great, but I don't know. Maybe it was the contractors, the mismanagement. It's just too far. And
I
when
mean,
we
I don't
get
know.
bad news after bad news, and now they made the same mistake twice, there is no more. Like, I'm jumping ship.
Hmm.
I
Is
can't.
there any way, like, I
I'm
don't
not
know.
looking at it like obviously Halo Infinite. If it was good, it would have been dope, right? If it
Yeah.
turns around, that's dope. I just like it's just such a failure that I'm like wondering like how is this gonna continue, right? Because like at what point are serious changes gotta be made, right? And like restructure, you know, then there has to be some restructure happen because like this is probably the biggest gaming failure
Oh, look, it's my
like,
stream.
ever. Like look at the size of the franchise. You have such a recognizable franchise, right? Like fucking your parents know who the fuck Master Chief is, maybe, right? and like they somehow fuck it up this hard, and I don't get it. That this has been going on for 10 years, and it's just been becoming worse and worse and
I don't
worse.
know. I want to
So
play devil's
here's-
advocate a little bit, but I'll let I'll let you go.
One sec. So here's if you type Mr. Game is healthy. Healthy games. If you type the game into the search bar on YouTube, you'll see a bunch of cool gameplay. Now we can test this in a sec, but if you search Halo Infinite here, we have Halo Infinite is a disaster. Halo Infinite Season 2 is terrible, and I'm done. The post from Halo itself, we have someone who posted the leak channel. We have the roadmap is disappointing. We have the roadmap is awful. And
know what's funny when
all of this is just people bashing the game. Now, if you want to talk about like in a live game, if we look up Apex Legends, and then you sort by this week, would you look at that? So this guy's talking about an old gun that people don't use anymore. You got ASU, and like all this stuff gets views, right? You play the game and you get views. Nobody
Look at
gets
those thumbnails. Look how happy they are.
Yeah, nobody.
There's guns, there's happy dudes.
One of the biggest problems with Halo Infinite, and it's not, in my opinion, it's not content creators' fault. It's the game itself. But like, so I want to make sure that's obvious.
No, the
before I
content
preface this.
reflects the game.
Yeah,
the state
yeah.
of the game.
So like. In healthy games, there is a solid mix of gameplay, theory crafting, lore if it's like a story game, and a little bit of bitching, right?
We got enough lore.
Halo Infinite currently is just bitching. There aren't even lore videos anymore. Like it's just bitching, and
it's like they don't get views. Like they killed interest in the Halo franchise.
Yeah, for sure.
And the TV show didn't bring anyone back. Like the TV show didn't. It's like
No.
Okay, but episode 5 is kind of cool.
I think the TV show is fine, right? I don't have any issues with it. But it doesn't. It's not like those people will go play Halo Infinite.
I think
like my mom is gonna watch that show and not play Halo Infinite. Like.
That show is so mediocre, and I think it's just because it's something slightly sci-fi. Like compared to like other good shows, it's quite sad.
I guess.
Episode
Yeah.
5 was
No, I mean, no. My mom will enjoy the show,
Halo's carrying it.
right? And like that's fine, but like it's not. It's a like different audience. This is not an audience that's gonna like overflow into the game. And also, they have done nothing to like even.
No, the cool crossover events have been awesome.
Those are coming. We're getting those. So weren't those on the roadmap?
Yeah, what?
Are they actually?
I think so. Hold on, let me see.
Are
I
they
swear to
coming,
God,
like,
they
in
mentioned
late
it.
season?
Isn't the show
two,
ended
like
by the
co-op?
time?
Probably. Never mind.
Dude,
I
maybe season
control
finale.
finded show and it's not on the blog post. So maybe
Yeah, I
I'm
was
wrong.
gonna say there was nothing.
I swear, maybe someone like made a Photoshop and lied to me. I swear they said we were finally getting stuff related to the show.
It's probably a meme.
Oh God. Okay. Well, never mind. So.
Are we not getting anything related to this show? Did they just drop the ball?
If
and
there's a
then...
lot to
I mean, the
prove.
show
Shitting
has no.
It
Master
wasn't ready
Chief.
yet, so maybe it'll come in season 2 of the show.
Yeah, the show doesn't have any relation with the game. Really doesn't have any relation with the show. It's not like
we have the
using-
Master Chief in both things. Isn't that cool?
this is a show that could have happened at any point in Halo's like life cycle. Like this isn't like, you know what I mean? This isn't gonna tie into the game. or
Yeah.
anything.
Also, why would people watching the show come to the game? Like, they're two different audiences. The show is graphic and gritty and dramatic, and then the game is now like kiddie mode, easily marketable teen. You know, I'm fine with that. I don't mind that the game is teen, but like, there's a big mismatch between the hyper gore fest of the show.
I think if it went viral, it would help. But like, yeah, it's not gonna.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's-
The
it's
game's
I don't know.
Well,
amazing.
Sonic,
Those
the
dates, too.
mediocre Sonic movies have shown that if it's close enough to the game, it'll drive interest because they both match tone.
I mean, people
So-
hopped back into the
Sure, but
Witcher
those were
games
high
after
productions,
after the Witcher show.
good
came out.
actors,
To me though, it really does match tone. But I don't want to get it into
right?
it.
But
It
like
really-
the Sonic
it really
movies,
does match tone.
they have like recognizable actors, right? And like I don't know, it's just
Well,
fun movies.
We have the brother of the guy that does the voiceovers for the NFL as
Yeah.
Master Chief. So I mean, that's kind of a big name by
You
relation.
mean Porn Stash from Orange Is the New Black?
Well, I actually think he's
Don't
not
hit
a
on
bad
Pablo,
actor,
man.
but
Yeah, let
I
Pablo
think he's
live.
a good actor.
No,
I mean,
I
I
like
don't
Pablo.
think
I'm
I don't
just
really
memeing.
like.
And I'm joking.
I don't think the acting in the show is bad. I think the
No,
problem.
I don't think the show is that bad at all.
Yeah.
The show is fine.
Yeah.
The show is like fine. And I mean, I don't think the show is the issue. Like we're getting off track. Halo Infinite is the issue. 3-3 is the issue, and 3-3 barely worked on the show. That's probably why it's like
yeah.
decent.
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
they
They didn't get
basically
their
like.
grubby little hands on
We
it.
gotta go back to hating on the game.
It's
But what I
fine
wanted
with
to say on the hating gets you clicks topic, right? Hating only gets you clicks if there's a majority of people interested in hating on the game because it's in a shitty state, right?
Yeah,
If
that,
I start making hate videos on, I don't know, like Apex Legends, people are gonna shit on me because
Oh,
I'm
for
like
sure.
a fucking doofus.
yeah,
You're gonna be
You know what I
Quantum TV.
yeah. That's the thing I think people don't realize. We're like, even 343 employees like to tweet out like, looking for negativity is bad. Find the positivity, and it's like, y'all,
That was such a
you are making the
such a
video
cult.
game. Like, give us positivity. And
bad.
the problem is every time that 343 gives us a blog post, it's fucking terrible. And it's like, I mean, to be fair, so like when they put out the video that teased the 3 modes, I mean, people did make videos like, oh cool, look at the 3 new modes, and then it's followed up like a week later, like, oh, the season is 6 months long, and you're only getting
Yeah.
2 maps in the entire first year of the game.
So I want to play a little bit of devil's advocate. So like, don't kill me for like saying all this.
Oh,
I
you're
just
gonna
really
get
wanna
killed on
play-
Twitter.
Mm.
It's over.
No, I'm talking about you
Alright,
guys. Like, I really don't like
Oh,
mean.
I'm
no,
not
we're gonna
promising
kill.
anything.
I don't mean this to heart, but it's like, okay, first read, and I still agree. The roadmap being 6 months is tough. It's very tough. And can we clinch onto the hope that like I'm just gonna name a lot of positives right now, and like and some optimistic stuff. Maybe 343 does have a better live service than season 1. So the Lone Wolf core is nice. The Iron Eagle core is probably we got the 2 best cores in the game coming. So people want to earn that. Then we got modes that okay. We got some new modes. Obviously, it's not like what we're used to, but we do have some cool new modes that I think will bring people entertained. Last bar and standing might be fun. Not saying to keep everyone entertained the whole time. Do you think like these like the drop pod updates, if they're good, with the events, with the multiplayer, with co-op campaign in the middle, with the flight going out at the end of the summer, maybe it's not as bad as what it seems. I'm just putting out.
Well,
Maybe.
haven't we seen with the Tenrai events that the events barely drive player numbers?
They were at first.
Yeah.
That's
They
like
did
kind of
repeat
it a little.
fixes.
Pack Ops got a bit of a comeback.
Yeah, like the first time those events ran, they did drive like percentage wise, they were pretty good player increases. But the problem is Tenrai came back 6 times. So,
But
yeah,
I mean,
by time
what are we
6,
talking about
nobody
here?
cares about
Like,
Tenrai.
I think season 2 will bring like maybe the numbers on Steam, because I mean that's all numbers we can like up to like 60, 70K maybe, right?
I
I'm
don't
not talking
think
about population. I'm just talking about like
I don't even
having
think it's gonna
fun in the
reach
game
that.
to like
I don't
whatever
think it hits
audience
that.
wants to have fun in the game.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
Relaxed.
honestly probably
I'll say this. I think that if these the quality of life updates are decent, season 2 might do a better. I don't think it's gonna bring back like if season 1 peaked at 200 and some thousand players on Steam and probably like 500 or 750 on like Xbox and stuff. If season 1 did that and season 2 does 20%, 30% of that, the hope maybe is that with like frequent
I'm
quality
playing
of life
devil's advocate.
updates,
Yeah.
maybe it holds its players better, because like season 1 has lost all of its players,
Exactly.
right?
It'll
So
hold it, yeah.
maybe season 2 can hold, because I don't think it's going to bring back a huge player base, but maybe the people that come back, if the game is in a better spot, will actually stick
No,
around.
I think season 2 would have had to have been 3 months long for.
yeah, and
Oh.
but that's right. If you look at games, they'd managed to push out frequent updates, right, and like retain players and slowly grow over time, right? They did 3-month seasons, right?
Yeah,
There was
And
way faster content drops,
That's the biggest thing is like,
and I think 6 months is detrimental.
yeah, that's
Or
the-
like 3-month season is detrimental to the success of a game. I think 6 months is just too long, and also
100%.
I don't think the content coming in season 2 is that great. Like I don't think I'll play the game season 2. Like,
Yeah.
they,
I don't know.
like so I can play King of the Hill. Like I don't think the armor looks good. Like either. So like
Okay.
I don't think any of the event armor looks good. But I mean that's just my personal preference, right?
True.
But like I don't know. It's just like
Yeah, I'm
too
playing.
little.
Yeah, I'm playing devil's advocate. I was just saying, like, yeah.
yeah. I mean,
I was
I mean,
gonna
it's
say
gonna
about
be
it.
positive.
Yeah, you
I
keep
gotta
going. It's
say.
like, I don't know. It's like not that I have hope, but it's like I don't have hope. I don't want to use that word. It's like
hopium.
I'm very mixed right now. But you know what I mean. It's like they gotta have good like live service updates. It's really gonna come down to them. It's like, okay, you know what? Season 1, obviously, like you guys just weren't ready for it all, and like it was a trial, and you're still like pushing stuff out. And okay, I remember I was gonna say, yeah, another thing holding it back is like not only do we need update content, but it's like It's just a matter of like when that battle pass is up, it's up. So it's like we need that career progression. So it's kind of tough on that end too. But
Yeah, and I mean,
can't
like, I
believe-
think we'll see season 3 and 4 will also feel somewhat lackluster, and then maybe after that we'll get in a better swing if that BR comes out. But they really
Yeah.
need to get better at
it's so key.
pushing out content, and like once we get into the 3-month cycle of seasons, maybe the game will be better. But like, I don't think these 6-month seasons are gonna do anything besides like give them time to like update the
Yeah.
game. But I think we're still in a time where this game is in active development.
Yeah,
But
they're trying to get
like,
by.
this game is
Yeah.
gonna be a beta until they switch over to 3-month season. To me, in my head, right? Like,
Yeah, I hear you.
But
So-
the problem is by the time they switch to 3-month seasons, like I think it's too late. Like
Are they gonna confirm? Like, did they confirm they're gonna do that? Like, is that
no,
like
they
their
haven't.
goal? Or is
We
like,
still don't know
No.
season
Well-
3 is a 3-month season. Like that might be
Yeah.
another 6-month season.
You know
Yeah.
what's
What's
most telling?
I'm still coping with this one. Oh my god.
I've been
Jeez.
coping with so
But I mean,
much,
like the thing is, that's one good thing about live service games. Even if in 2 years, or like after season 4, let's say season 5 is the first 3-month season, right?
Yeah.
There's still hope, maybe because it's a free-to-play game, and like maybe some will drive interest, but it's just got to be continuous updates. Also, Kevin, I thought you were in the group chat. Kevin said the
Kevin,
lack of
you're
invite-
in the group chat.
Oh
This
my.
man is in the group chat,
That's
doesn't
funny,
read
yeah.
the fucking
You're in the
messages,
Nikos
and then
chat.
says my lack of invites hurts.
Kevin, we love you. Get in here.
I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, I think like maybe if they ever get into a 3-month season habit, the game will have a better chance at retaining players and
There's
There's a
growing.
group chat, and I'm not even in that.
Um,
What the
I will say
fuck?
this though.
What
Luke,
happened?
it was the group chat
Everything
from
happened.
the last
But what you also have
podcast that
to
you didn't
worry
want to be a
about-
part of.
Got him.
That was just one podcast. I was on every other
All right,
one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
just
It's a
will,
see, we
sequel
love
to
you
that one.
too.
I am hurt. I
I
want you
will
to know
message
that.
you next time. So this is
I
how
am hurt.
yesterday the roadmap came out, and Luke said, "Can we do a podcast?" I said, "Sure."
Mhm.
And then
Mhm.
that was it. That was all the planning.
Wait,
But don't tell
you're in the
BHP.
group- no.
Because fuck 'em,
He
right?
is in the group chat where I asked you to do the podcast.
Oh, that's my alarm.
Me?
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, you are in that group chat where I was like, Arash, make a podcast. I want to like rage on
No, wait, I
stream
had,
for
like, 200 unread messages in there.
Yeah, I read them every morning when I wake up.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Like it's like a newspaper. Like I get my coffee, my croissant, and like read that group chat.
Just curious, huh?
Well, anyways,
I'll let you get back to it. I'm sorry.
you can stay, Mr. BHP.
You can
Oh, he's
PHP.
gone.
You could,
He's gone.
dude. Like, I don't think this has been properly mentioned. I mean, I mentioned community is the biggest thing. The sandbox in the community is the biggest thing for Halo kids. And 343 has somehow dropped the ball like multiple games in a row, but they've done it worse. Forge will officially be out a year after the game. What modern Halo game ships map editing tools that late? Not to mention theaters still busted, customs, whatever. We can go down that rabbit hole all day, but 343 doesn't understand that their live service model will never work for Halo kids because it doesn't let them do what they love most, and that's casual. People still love ranked, but most people remember Fat Kid, they remember Super Happy Fun Slide, whatever, you name it. Infection, Haunted Mansion, any of those classic just maps
Yeah.
or whatever. Jenga, give us Jenga. But 343, I don't understand what's with their management. I feel like they're just concerned with controlling the product and this nice little neat bow. We control the modes, we'll have no Team Slayer at launch. I'm pretty sure that was planned, but I think they were just trying to milk content as long as they desperately could by randomizing the modes. But I'm just serious when I say this. Like, I'm just, if a little kid me would have seen where Halo is nowadays, he would be just like, why am I still invested in this franchise? And honestly, I don't know why.
Yeah, I was like I said, I was out of it after Reach, and then I came back for Infinite because it was free, and like I don't know, it just seemed right.
It was
I'm like,
cool.
yeah, I was excited for this game. Like, yeah, I remember, like, yeah, the 6-year development thing. It's like, I'm just like thinking about it though, like listening to this and stuff. It's like, I don't think they were even trying to make this game. Like, remember like all the trailers and like they gave us no news, just like because they had nothing to show. I feel like they just like dropped like, oh, Halo Infinite's in development, and like it really wasn't even development. Like, they just, I don't know, maybe Bonnie Ross made a big bet and lost a
think
lot of
Frank
funds. I
O'Connor-
don't know.
I think Frank O'Connor and Bonnie Ross don't understand a damn thing about Halo, if I'm being real. I think the torch got passed to the least capable people because every
Those
single
were the only people that wanted it.
yeah, that's what's unfortunate. I would have taken it at my like 12-year-old me.
Mhm.
I probably would have made it better because I
From my
loved the game.
understanding, at
Halo 4 is
Bungie,
great though.
from my understanding at Bungie, they had a Bible for like the Halo games, right? Like, you know, like when they would do anything on the games, they would like double check, cross check with that Halo Bible, right? Like that it fits within the canon, fits within like the gameplay philosophy, right? And that's how Bungie made their games, right? And I think Frank O'Connor took that Bible and then went to like Microsoft and was like, "Here, I got this like blueprint on how to make Halo games. Hire me or put me in charge, right?" And I think that's what happened. Like somehow, I don't know.
He acquired the holy grail of Halo.
Yeah, and I mean, I think
Trash.
that's
He was
just
the
like
de
that's just how
facto
Bungie
king.
like made their stuff.
But like, if you look, there's a video by Kroby Cat, and I went and rewatched it, and it's ex Bungie and 343 Industries, and you see the analysis. You got on one hand, you got Bungie, who's just infinitely more creative. They're saying, like, I mean, I'm gonna cut myself off. I swear, Joe Staten is probably the only thing that, and some of the ex Bungie employees that I think came on, they're probably all that saved this game because the difference between old 343 and this game, like this game is as close to Bungie Halos as possible. In the video, you have just one example. I'll share one example where in Halo 4 they were describing the Promethean weapons and they said it looks like a break open shotgun. You know, what's more recognizable than that? And then it cuts to Bungie and they say we already have a lot of weapons in the game and we're not going to have any be copies of each other. So that's why we made removable turrets to make a machine gun that you don't carry around and just copy the assault rifle. And like the design philosophy is so distinctly superior in X Bungie. It's not players think this looks cool, let's put it in the game. It's this does this make sense? You know, are we gonna drown out the sandbox with unnecessary copies? You know, and that's just one example of countless.
To
It's
be
just
fair,
a different
I think this
style.
game did a much better job about like reducing redundancy in the sandbox because Halo
It
4
did.
was very redundant on purpose because of the loadout system where they wanted every faction to have a precision weapon, they wanted every faction to have an auto rifle, a shotgun, you know what I mean? But like in Halo 5, you had a lot of redundancy too because of Warzone and the fact that, you know, you had to have all these different weapons. But I do think Infinite Sandbox, like every gun kind of has a point. Like some are bad, like the Ravager is useless, but like every gun is I hope Beast is in chat cuz he every stream he tries to tell me the Ravager is a good gun. But
Ravager
Are
is
you
a good gun.
serious?
but I do think the Infinite Sandbox, like it's maybe like it's obviously smaller than Halo 5's, but every weapon does seem like it has a place at least.
And I feel like that's
Hey,
why I
but like
mentioned Joe Staten probably turned it
that's
around.
that's
I don't know.
good. But didn't they like? Aren't they gonna make two versions of the BR now? Like
Why?
like
Oh, ranked and
BBR is gonna be
casual.
its own variant from like Arena BR.
Let's not
Oh, are
talk
you talking about
this.
the melee?
Well, yeah, but I mean it's a different variant for like different game modes, right? Of the same gun.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sure.
And
That's
it's
true.
like dumb.
I don't know
But
how
yeah.
making the same mistake for 10 years in a row doesn't cause any repercussions.
Halo
Like-
4 is good. Cry.
I mean, I do. I actually
Nah.
am looking back at Halo 4 fondly
Yeah.
nowadays, and I can't believe I'd ever
'Cause of
say
me.
that.
Yeah, that's the Halo cycle. All right,
Relax,
calm
you're the
down.
light. You're the light in the
Yeah.
Calm down.
No, I'm
Alright.
joking. Yeah.
I posted a
Halo
clip of
C, still
someone
best Halo.
getting stomped on by a mantis, and Relax showed up just to say Halo 4.
So the one, yeah, like that's. I had a comment. Literally. Come on.
But
Oh,
No,
there
I
you go.
don't- I
The
don't know,
Ravager's
man.
cracked.
so, what do you
Beast
guys
King is there.
think? Maybe to kind of get this on track and maybe like wrap it up because I think we're running out of topics here. But what do you guys think is like theory craft the path in which Infinite has success? Like, how do we can I mean the path for failure is right in front of us, right? What can 343 do to maybe like turn this around? Like, what do you guys want to see?
Forge release early. The new
Alright,
battle
well, that's
royale
not
mode.
happening.
Okay, so realistically, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Forge has to come out. There needs to be a customs browser. Forge needs to not be broken. Theater and custom games need to be around. File share. There's no file share in this damn game. This is a tragedy. They need to stick to their promise where you could buy old battle passes. They did mention that. If they cut that out, then they straight lied to everyone. Again, it's in the Vidoc. You can watch it.
I don't know why they would
just
cut
bought it.
that. That would seem like a random thing to cut at this point. They would
It'd
just
be
lose money.
terrible.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I don't know. If they create FOMO, like, you gotta act quick or the last one's gonna vanish, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm not giving you money.
Well, they already do
But-
that with the store, so
Yeah, so I guess
It's
Forge, customs browser, file share, hell, just get rid of desync, more maps, battle royale, co-op campaign, and even then, I still think it's going to be fairly irrelevant. But let's just say the lightning strikes and certain affinity carries this game to fucking Valhalla. I think certain affinity is going to be the reason this game makes or breaks right now. I don't think 343's offerings are going to save it.
yeah. See,
Yeah, I agree.
That's the problem. I think is like, I don't think that the trajectory of this game has like a road to it has a road to being a good game and having a player base, but I don't think it has a road to having mainstream success, which like
No.
some people like, I don't know, don't care, but like if you desired Halo to be big again, the way this game has gone is I think it's just done. And like you say, I think the only hope is that Certain Affinity does something amazing. But the problem is like, they are very, if it's a BR, which I've heard it's like BR-esque, it's not like a straight BR, but regardless of what they do with it, they are very late to that trend. So it has to be amazing to really pull any type of meaningful player base. And I mean, maybe
Yeah,
they do
I
it.
mean, the thing
I
is,
somewhat
look at the
disagree
BRs that
against
like
Mon.
stuck around, right? Apex Legend felt unique, right? Warzone had some unique stuff about it, and those are like the ones that, besides Fortnite, had huge success, right?
Yeah.
Every other BR that just like tried to copy the other ones didn't have anything unique about it and just like died.
Yeah, that's the problem. Is like for every successful
was like-
BR,
This was like 2-3 years ago already, right? Where this happened, where like just carbon copies of BRs would just die, right?
yeah.
And now we're like,
I don't think we could put Halo in that box. And I'll just get my spiel real quick. So it's like, okay, Forge custom games, they got to bring all the elements that we're used to a Halo game as soon as possible. Get through the 6-month season. After the Forge and custom games drop, hopefully they can get to 3-month seasons, and whoever wants to stay for that wants to stay for that. So that maybe they get like somewhat of a decent, healthy base and healthy player base in Halo Infinite standards, just off Forge and custom games, and then we get to Tonka season 4. I think it's gonna get done right. I'd be surprised if it's not. I feel like Certain Affinity is pretty trusted. If you look at like I was looking up like what they've done. I feel like this is like their big opportunity, and it got funded. So I feel like they're gonna kill it. Like I just have that feeling. I don't know. And it's Halo. I feel like Halo has that same market as Call of Duty, and they're kind of late to it, but that market's still thriving, and it's kind of just their chance to finally tap into it. Like they've been due for it. So it all comes down to how the BR is managed and if it works and if it's good. I don't really think it has to be that innovative, to be honest. I just think it has to be like something we expect like from a BR with Halo's gameplay, and that's gonna really, I guess, like make the player base and get content for it better, and custom games, more modes, more maps down the line with a 3-month season and an actual career progression. Then you actually have a really good game, because the game in itself, I think at the core, it's fun to me. And if they fix lag, obviously, so that's my way.
but I mean, the history shows that all just like carbon copy BRs, like base BRs that didn't innovate, just failed, right?
Yeah, I
True.
mean,
Like that's just
Hey.
like
We're gonna-
because like why would you want to play like this reskin essentially when you could play this other game that was there first and has a bigger player base?
I just think, I don't know. I think Halo has the perfect.
Hey,
Yeah, but I
know,
mean,
Usually a
like, it's gonna be
final
cool to see
circle-
like the animation of dropping in because it's Halo, right?
Yeah.
Like with the,
I'm
but like
just like,
yeah.
but
it's
like
cool
think
like
about the
once.
sandbox. You know, like Call of Duty doesn't have a set. Like it's like if you think about it, like it's set up for like a Halo-esque
Doesn't
way.
have
It's like
vehicle play.
guns. You know, put on the map. Halo's best at that. I feel like if they balance it right, the gameplay itself is fun. So it's like I'm not saying stuff gonna work. I'm just saying I don't like box get in as if like it's the same as like I was on like I remember I was like arguing with someone on Twitter for no reason about it. Like they tried to like putting like like I don't even know Fallout 76 out of BR and like Battlefield 5. Like you can't even like I wouldn't even put in the same conversation as Battlefield 5 as BR. I don't know what happened with that. Not even CS:GO. Cause it's like yeah, Call of Duty and Halo. To me, like they're those first person shooters that like really, revolutionized. I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
but
probably talking
arguably a lot
nonsense,
of
but
those games that you've mentioned are more relevant currently. Like the Counter-Strike BR is terrible, but like Counter-Strike has millions of players on a daily basis, and they made a battle royale that's irrelevant. Like
yeah.
Battlefield. I mean, well, I don't. Battlefield 5 like had its own issues, but
Yeah, but that's another thing. Battlefield 5's BR and Battlefield and Fallout 76 BRs failed because they were just like BRs. They weren't like they didn't anything unique, right? They just like took the gameplay of dropping
Actually,
in, and it's pretty
76
much
did do something unique. Any craftable items you got in the story, you could craft during the BR.
oh,
Oh, but
Which was
Fortnite. I mean,
actually
sure, but Fortnite also had crafting.
Oh
Like,
yeah, obviously Fortnite was way
like it
better.
wasn't. It's not like that was an innovation, right? But I'm just saying, like Apex Legend had like unique like gameplay about it. Then Warzone had like the Gulag and stuff like that, right? Like
Yeah.
the respawning, like that was all like they just freshed up the classic Fortnite formula a little bit.
yeah, the Google was big. Yeah, you're right.
And like I feel like Halo needs something like, but I mean, Certain Affinity is a good company. They might pull it off,
Yeah.
and I do hope that Halo's BR by Certain Affinity is as much detached from Halo Infinite as possible.
Hey,
Because I,
mean,
think they should just like start development on Halo 7.
Yeah,
Like just
I mean,
don't.
I agree.
I mean, I don't know.
I will say it would be pretty cool in a Halo BR if the final circle is like, I don't know, has a couple scarabs in it, or if you die, you respawn by beating someone in the octagon. I mean, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, maybe it will. Maybe like Halo Infinite's BR or Halo's BR will have like some PvE VP elements or some shit, right? I mean, maybe it will be some mixed stuff in, but like,
knows, yeah.
I think that there needs to be something that is like a little unique,
Yeah.
even in the BR, because there's just so many BRs. The market is like weird, and I mean, as Arash said, they are kind of late to even the BR craze. So let's see how it plays out.
it reminds me of like the MOBA trend. Like there are very good MOBAs that came out post the MOBA pop off, and they're all gone. Like people liked Paragon. People liked. I mean, Heroes of the Storm is still sticking around, but it never really
Doesn't
got
get
like
updates though.
yeah, it never
Doesn't get
really
updates
got
anymore.
like huge success, and it's like kind of just in maintenance mode. And like there's a
Yeah.
bunch of other MOBAs like that came out well after the League of Legends and the Dota pop off, and they're good games, but the problem that you have now is people are very invested in Apex, Warzone, and Fortnite. And like unless those games completely burn them, getting someone to totally switch games is actually pretty hard. Like I am positive that the Halo BR will have a pop off. Like people will play it. It's the new fresh BR.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
It's Halo. But the problem is like, will it be unique enough and innovate enough for people to actually like for it to actually carve out meaningful market space? Like it'll have players. I mean, it's Halo probably, but you've seen other like big franchises do that with other like genres, and they don't, right? So just because
I'm gonna predict. My bad. I'm just gonna say real quick. I'm gonna predict. We could come back to this. I feel like Halo's BR is gonna average 30K viewers on Twitch. I'm just gonna say that, and then when it levels out, we'll see what happens. But that might be a little too ambitious. I don't know if that's good numbers for BR, but that's just my guess right now. I'm feeling.
I mean, I think that would
No, I
be
mean
like,
when we're talking like first day or like.
You know,
That's what he's
when it
talking
levels
about.
out. When it levels out.
I mean, I think that's lower than most of the other ones, but like that's
True.
literally 15 times at Halo Infinite's current viewership. So
Right.
like it's better than that. But I mean, maybe that's something that'll help too. Maybe the BR will actually be fun to watch because like currently, I don't care what people say, like Halo Infinite clearly isn't fun to watch because no one watches it. So that no one watches streams and no one watches like gameplay-esque videos. So Wrong Priority said Warzone's at 47K right now. So that would only put it like a small step below. So, but
Yeah, it's kind of
that's still ambitious. Yeah, but I mean,
No, it's not
yeah.
ambitious. Yeah.
I mean, if you go look at like Apex's Twitch numbers, they've been like all over the place. Like Apex is very healthy now, but for a while Apex did have smaller Twitch numbers. But
True,
I don't know.
Like,
I don't
it's
know.
also a new franchise. You know what I mean?
That's true, sir. That's why I kind of have faith in it too. Cause like I think you've seen probably too, like you know how like all the big creators like talk about Halo Infinite Battle Royale. It's like yeah, like they'll definitely hop on if they. It all really comes down to if it's good, you know, and we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, all the big streamers will play it. It'll come down to two things: is the game any good for them to stick around, and two, are they getting viewership? Because like they will all leave if they get infinite viewership, right? If their viewership playing the new Infinite Battle Royale is two notches down from playing Fortnite or Apex, they will not stick around. Like
Maybe,
Yeah.
but I don't. I think we're in the time where like there's a lot of streamers that don't fucking care about streamer numbers anymore, right? Or like
Depends who
Shroud
you-
gets 20K on any game, right?
yeah, but
I
Shroud's
don't
not
think he
gonna play
cares
it. He
anymore.
fucking hates this game.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying because like they already burned people like
Yeah.
that do not give a fuck about the numbers that would potentially play this no matter what the numbers look like.
Yeah.
But they already burned them. Like, you know what I mean? Why the fuck would like Shroud? You know, I'm sure he'll try it though. But like, if it's not good, why the fuck would he stick around? You know,
Yeah,
or if it's just like
I think one
just
of the,
like
the
mediocre.
telling signs of Infinite is that anytime you see a big streamer in the category, they are just shitting on the game because
Yeah.
it's such a
Hey.
terrible experience.
You know,
Well,
and
not
like because
just
like
that. If the mouse and keyboard supports bad in the battle royale too, then that's already
yeah.
already done.
I think it's
Yeah.
That's it.
that the in what's to unless it's on a different engine, I don't think that's fixed. Like the way Halo is designed at its core, clearly they don't care about mouse and keyboard. Like they can bullshit me all they want and fucking put some dumbass post on their blog post saying, controller players say mouse and keyboard is too strong. Like, I don't know what fucking controller player is telling you that. They're probably hard stuck gold. But like, like this game is a horrific mouse and keyboard experience. And yeah, I think that greatly plays into why it does terrible on on Steam, and why it also has no big streamers play it, because most of the big streamers are mouse and keyboard players, and they all don't want to deal with a game that plays terribly on mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
unless that issue's fixed, yeah, it'll always be like if Halo's just gonna continue this trend of being like basically only playable on controller, you are especially being on PC, you're alienating so many potential players and viewers and all of that, just because you are apparently unable to balance a game on two input
Here's
methods.
the thing: PC players will like play on controller if it's for like a story game, like Witcher or Elden Ring, right? But as soon as it's like a competitive game, you cannot get a PC player to switch to controller. Like it's just not. They're just not
No.
gonna play the game.
There's that
Like-
Steam stat that Steam puts out that like based on game genre, they track how many people use like different input methods. And FPS games, it's like 95% of PC players play on mouse and keyboard. Now, obviously, that's skewed by the fact that Counter-Strike is the biggest FPS, but like. And Counter-Strike effectively doesn't have controller support, but games like Apex are on Steam, and they're still, while there are very high-skilled players that play controller, it is still a majority mouse and keyboard game on PC. And that's the problem is nobody plays mouse and keyboard in Halo. If you play mouse and keyboard in Halo, you are an outlier, and you're just like
You're
Yeah.
trolling.
Can't talk about that.
you're just you're even like the hardcore mouse and keyboard players will tell you like it feels bad.
Yeah, like I hate playing on controller. Right? I play any game I can on mouse and keyboard, but like Halo Infinite beat me down, and I even had to play with a controller. It's just unplayable.
Yeah.
Just needs playable what's
Playable elites, is that the fix? Is that the
that's
solution?
the chat.
Yeah.
That's the chat.
Dude, all right, fuck it. So they're gonna. I think this is the play. All right, we cancel season 2 because it's dog shit anyways, and we cancel season 3, and we hire a brand new company, and the only thing they do is add playable elites to Halo Infinite, and then they actually just leave, and they just leave the game alone, and everyone is just happier because we don't play Halo.
The game is saved.
The game
And
is
it also
saved.
gets the elites.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We get elites,
They get there.
and we don't have to read blog posts about how they hear us anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've got an
If you
idea
want
if y'all wanted to humor it. It would be kind of cool to do like a little, maybe it'd be creative to like think about what would make this battle royale be special, like features, mechanics. What could they do that would make it not just a battle royale, but like a good Halo battle royale?
EVP elements, I think.
Like
Is
all the Halo enemies and stuff.
well, or like
Circle?
something like you go fight some brutes here, and like I don't know.
That's how you get weapons.
That'll give you something.
can
They'll
only
give you
get them
something.
from
Or like,
enemies.
but like it's also like you'll also interact with other players at those points or something like that, right? Maybe like random drops of like drop ships coming in and dropping off enemies
Yeah.
while you're even in a firefight. Maybe you can you can call in backup like Marines as you for yourself. Like something like that might be a start for going in like the unique direction. But then also like obviously since it hasn't existed, I don't know if that actually would feel good in a BR. That's
Yeah.
also always difficult to grasp. But I mean, I think there's definitely possibilities.
Yeah.
I
Would
mean,
be cool
like
if
if
a
Call of Duty
Covenant-
can innovate in a battle royale, I'm sure someone at certain
The Halo
Affinity
Reach
get together.
Spider mission came to my mind. I don't know if that even makes sense, but
Ooh,
that would
that'd
kinda
be
cool.
cool. Like if you had like a bunch of mega structures around the map,
I guess, right?
like
Yeah.
a Covenant
Yeah.
Spire that you'd fight over. That'd be cool.
I think it'd be cool if the circle was just a flood coming in, and anyone who died in the circle became a flood.
That'd be
Monster,
crazy.
and you enclose with the circle. You can't enter the circle by anyone outside of it. You can attack and infect. That'd be cool.
That'd be really cool. There could be they gotta open it with an ODST drop pod section. It'd be such good fan service. Not to mention be really cool. Like you're in the drop pod and you direct where you land and it like pops out and you jump out with like nothing and you're like, oh
Yeah,
crap, gotta find a battle rifle or something, and you're like
I,
running around
I
the
wonder,
woods.
like, I
And
wish,
then
I
you
wish,
die when
yeah,
the next guy above you lands on you with his drop pod.
That'd be a good feature.
Like the hamster balls in Destiny.
we need an in-depth interview with Certain Affinity, see where their heads at for this. I'm actually really interested, but
I might tweet. I might go
I mean,
like,
certain
hey,
Affinity, they have a lot of talent there. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
they're
I believe it,
Bungie,
yeah.
basically. Bungie split off studio, so like, I mean, I think they could cook something up.
yeah,
I
Yeah,
definitely
like,
think
really
they're
go
more
back to the
competent
roots.
than 343. I think they made Halo 2 Anniversary, and I think Halo 2 Anniversary was a very good remaster, right?
oh, they
They
made
like,
it.
yeah, they made a new spin on the multiplayer. They even made their own version of the Halo 2 multiplayer, and it was decent. Like,
It was fun.
yeah, it
Yeah.
wasn't like
AR.
terrible. Sure, it like content and stuff, but like it was just like a little extra mode. Like it was okay.
yeah.
And they
it
obviously
looks-
understand, how to make something Halo. So
Did they make
I
the
mean,
Forge?
yeah, from what I read up, this is their biggest
don't know.
opportunity.
I
So I
think
think they
so,
kind of
maybe.
want to go out with a bang. So
That was one of the biggest forges we got. It added terrain, scripting. We got the Hornet back. We got new vehicles, weapons. Like, if Certain Affinity made that, like, they knew that they only had 6 maps with Halo 2 Anniversary, which is kind of lame, but I guess, beggars can't be choosers. But they knew, and they said, okay, we'll give them 3 really, really powerful Forge campuses. We'll put one above the Halo Ring, one in space, and then we'll put one in this, like, watery paradise. And I swear to you, like, me and my friends would play that all night. We would just forge and build stuff. They knew if that was Certain Affinity, we need them on the forge,
I think it was
Yeah.
certain
So
Affinity, right?
How
I was
big
looking at
is
that.
how big is Certain Affinity?
I was just
I don't
wondering
know.
that.
Because
Yeah, I was looking at the Wikipedia too.
they're also working on 2 other projects. So like,
Oh,
Tough.
no.
how big is?
250 plus employees.
Yep.
That's pretty big,
Okay.
but
That's not bad. That's pretty decent.
But yeah, so they've mostly been. So they made, if you played Doom 2016, they made the multiplayer, which didn't get great reception. I mean, it was okay, but I mean, if you look at this, I mean, they've mostly been like a support studio, right? So
Yeah.
a support studio, and then the few times they've made their own thing, like H2A multiplayer and Doom 2016 multiplayer, like moderate reception at best. So, I mean, hopefully they do it. Maybe they have a little bit more like flexibility this time on their own. I don't know,
Yeah.
but we'll see. I mean, obviously, it's better for all of us and for Halo fans if they hit it out of the park. So we'll see.
I hope they do. I have more faith in them than Cranky O'Fonnor and some of the others.
Yeah.
Nah, that roadmap is great. I have a lot of faith. I think we're fine. I think the roadmap's great. Yeah.
I think
That's
Relax
my
is
actual take.
going crazy at this point.
Yeah, what the
Oh, yeah.
Relax. I
I've
wish
seen parody accounts make better roadmaps than that.
whatever shit you're on, relaxed.
Where's Halo
Hook me
Ticket when
up.
we need him? I haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
Dude, where is he? Did he get banned?
I don't think so.
Let me look up Halo
The first one got banned, right?
Yeah, the first one did for sure.
Tragic.
We're on Halo Ticket 2.
Oh,
Halo
he
Ticket's
got banned.
Again?
Halo
Fuck.
Ticket's gone again.
Fuck.
Guy can't
Man,
not get banned. Well,
looks like I'm gonna have to do it now. Wait a minute. I found them. Yeah,
Halo-
no, they're still around.
No,
Halo
Halo
Ticket
Ticket 2 is still living.
exists. So their
They're
last
343 Industries
What's
news
today?
now.
What's their last tweet was
April 8th.
like a long time ago.
The parody accounts have given up on Halo. That's how bad it is.
Dude, that's not good. That's
When
not
the
a good
parody
sign.
accounts give up, then you're done.
Like no one checks this out anymore.
I love this. Players will be able to purchase unique one-of-a-kind armor coatings minted on the blockchain. Create wallet and claim. See, this is good. I need
Yeah.
to show you this, Rash. This
Like-
looks like official.
like the certain like armors and coatings I like it's all gonna be in the shop. So of course, like just those ones I like, not the other 12 they showed. But it is what it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, I don't really have anything else to say, and I'll probably go
Yeah.
do some stuff.
Gonna-
I'm just abreast about
Anyone
Halo.
have chat? Do you have any questions? Any closing thoughts from anyone? Put Threatless in charge of 343. I think so. Yeah, that's a good idea. I think he could do it. I think he could be the key for infinite
Honestly,
survival.
I have more faith in him than 343
Yeah.
with the track record at this point.
I don't. He seemed pretty brain
No,
dead.
he's chilling the people that are fucking up Halo, so I don't
Yeah.
know. This is probably
I
even
know.
more.
Can we talk
No,
about all the
but-
fucking weirdos on Twitter that are instead of being actually, if you know these people or you're one of these people in chat, I hope that you find something better in your life. Because there's these weirdos on Twitter that instead of fucking getting mad at 343 for making a dog shit game, they just get mad at content creators because they complain or mention the game isn't perfect. Like,
Here's the thing: 343 has personally fucked me over by making a shitty Halo
Hey,
game. How am I not? Am I not allowed to be
No,
upset?
no. That's your fault for not
We've all
expanding
been
your
financially
content.
affected.
It's
by
true.
it.
That's true. I'm sorry. I guess I like making Halo videos a little too
Dare
much.
you like Halo only?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I wish I wasn't stuck with Halo because like they're just gonna fuck it up. They just kept fucking it up. They're gonna keep fucking it up, and now they fucked up interest in any Halo game, right? It doesn't matter if like nobody wants to watch a Halo 3 video anymore because there's no future for Halo. It's like
Yeah.
the feeling people have. But like, yeah, obviously 343 personally fucked me over, so like I'm gonna be upset. Like I don't know.
dude, what weapons are you talking about? Are you talking about like when we had those like lists of all the content before launch?
I'm talking about Alpha Archives channel. I don't know if you saw it.
Oh, I haven't.
The Game Cheats channel, yeah, he has a bunch of cut infinite stuff.
Oh, okay. Did he pull those weapons out of the files or did he
Yeah.
make stuff?
No, he pulled out. Let's cut content out of the files.
Oh, okay.
We did a video on it.
Gotcha, okay.
You should watch it. Educate yourself.
Sorry, Luke, that's a Halo video.
Get yourself on Halo
and
Infinite lore.
We've talked about this before.
We're not allowed to talk about Halo now.
No, we're allowed to talk
No, he
about
even
Halo,
uncovered
but-
like cut sections from maps,
Oh, okay, cool.
like expanded versions of like current maps.
Yeah.
So I don't know when those will ever come into play.
Yeah, I mean, games always have cut content. Like, that's not unique
Yeah.
to Halo Infinite. So,
So yeah, are you still? So all right, one last question. Real quick? Are you guys still excited for the future of this game? Then, like, are you like year and a half? I guess about right. I don't know.
I mean, I
Mm.
guess I'm gonna try season 2, and I'm excited if the YouTube views come back. But if people don't want to watch Halo anymore, then I'm gonna be mega sad because I really had a big opportunity. We all did, and we all got kind of shafted like so hard, and it kind of sucks. But maybe it can come back. Maybe some of the viewers will come back, but I mean,
Yeah.
it's depressing But I just keep my head held high, try to upload other game stuff, and just hang out, But
Yeah,
I
I
don't
get it.
know.
Okay.
I don't think people understand that it's not just like a lot of people are like, y'all are just complaining and this, that, and the other. And a lot of shills are like, oh, y'all are ruining the game, you're negative. And I don't think they realize that we make money if this game does well. We we make better content, we enjoy our lives more. We all have better community to have fun with in Halo. And none of my friends want to play it anymore. And I know this is gonna sound depressing, but it's just like this is like important. This is like it's not just like we're just the standard player and fan. We're all diehard fans who are very much affected in more ways than one if this game succeeds.
Yeah, I mean, they
So-
fucked over fans, they fucked over content creators,
And then
fucked
they
over
blamed
anyone.
us. And
And then, yeah,
the
and then
amount
it's
of
like
disrespect.
stop being so negative. Start being positive. I mean, like it's like, I mean, also like, sure, I'm being negative about a video game. If that affects you, like emotionally or mentally, maybe get some help. I'm gonna be honest, dude. Like, sure, I'm upset about Halo Infinite, and I keep shitting on it on Twitter, but it doesn't affect my day to life. I don't start beating my wife because Halo Infinite is bad, right? Like,
Yeah. I mean, it's not making
it
me
doesn't
really
personally
down.
affect me other than like, yes, I'm making less money because nobody is interested in Halo Infinite, right? And I'm upset because of that, and that might affect me personally, but it doesn't like ruin my fucking mental completely. Like, and if like me on Twitter or a content creator on Twitter being like negative about the game affects you that much, literally, you need to get
Get
some
off
help.
Twitter. Yeah.
Get off Twitter, get some help. It's that easy. Like,
I mean, yeah. I don't really use Twitter very often, but like regardless, this is something that's important to know, like if someone else's actions and emotions like take control of you to the point that you just gotta chill. You gotta like go somewhere else. You gotta take a breather because
You gotta not play
like,
Halo
that's too
Infinite.
much. I mean, people are in
It's gonna make it
control
worse.
of themselves. They don't have to rage when they see someone disappointed in a game. But I hear you, relaxed, and I'm sorry. I'm disappointed because I know that we all really wanted this game to succeed.
I was just asking, like, yeah, if like not like obviously for season. So I was like, if you're still kind of like excited, I guess, like, if there's any excitement for you in like
Oh,
a year and a
sorry, not
half,
too
you know. That's
I've
all
like
I
a
was
little
asking for
bit.
everyone.
I've
Okay.
got like, hey, I got a Snickers bar in my pocket kind of excitement. Like, all right, maybe
In the
there's a
back
new
pocket.
mode. Fun
Okay.
size Snickers.
is
you
it a
know,
veiny Snicker or?
a
No,
veiny
that's
Snicker?
they don't have
Yeah,
that.
remember? Didn't you see the
Oh,
thing where
no.
like people were like
Okay.
removing the veins of Snickers?
Why would you do that?
I
That's
don't
like
know,
the
it's
best
just like
part of
some
the
meme.
Snickers.
It's just a meme. But I don't know. I'm not excited for anything Infinite. I mean, I don't know. I'm
Yeah.
sure I'll try out Forge, but I'm not sure if season 2 is like worth reinstalling. Like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't enjoy King of the Hill. So I'm like,
I'm basically talking like season 4, I guess, but who knows? That's so far
Season
away.
yeah,
4.
I'll
I'm a
try
little
I'll
excited.
try a certain affinity mode for sure. I guess I'm
Yeah.
excited for that in a way, but like, I don't know. Personally, there's other games I'm looking forward to over anything Infinite is gonna drop probably.
Okay.
So I don't know.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
There's
I mean,
a
I
new
guess it's not-
Gundam game coming out. I'm actually a
Yeah,
Gundam
I'm
YouTuber now.
more looking forward to Overwatch 2. Then we have like Lich
Alright,
King
let's
Classic
be
is coming
real.
out.
Overwatch 2 is gonna be like relevant for a month and then dead again.
I don't know. I feel
There's
like
no
I can
way
play
that game
Overwatch
comes
now
back.
and
Nah,
fine.
Overwatch fucking sucks.
Never got into it, so I can't even talk.
Rush, you
but-
didn't play any of the hero shooters, so like,
I played Overwatch.
yeah, but like, did you? Yeah, sure. How long? A month?
Yeah, probably. I played
Yeah,
like
see.
60 or 70 hours. Got my fill.
See?
Yeah.
Think of the bright side.
I think
Microsoft's
Overwatch
buying
still has more players
Activision.
than Infinite, right?
We can get Master Chief in
Or
Overwatch 2.
like
It
maybe
will.
the same.
Here's our Halo hero shooter.
It probably it does have more players because Overwatch probably does much better on PC than Halo does. So
Yeah.
it has more players for sure.
I don't know, I feel like I can still play Overwatch now. We could start an Overwatch game after this podcast, and I'd be like happy playing it, right? If you
After
tell me to
this
boot up Infinite,
podcast-
I might actually end it tonight. You know, like that's the difference.
I think the sad thing is like with Halo at the moment is I don't care. Like before Infinite came out, right? It was all like, obviously like MCC is fun, but I can't play MCC all the time. I played it way too many hours. Like I would hop on it to stream and make content, and that was really about it, right? But when Infinite dropped, like I was playing Infinite all the time. Like I'd play it on stream and play it off stream, and like sure I had issues with it, but like for the most part, like I was enjoying it at first. But like we've hit the point where I'm just back to like in my free time or for enjoyment. I don't play Infinite. I don't find it enjoyable. Like the thought of playing Infinite to like go to Kansas City actually just like makes me sad because I know I have to play the game. And like
That's sad.
every
You should
time-
just load up C.
every time I get on Infinite, it actually tilts me because like I punch someone and the melee doesn't work, or like I don't even care about the ranking
takes
system
you
anymore
out.
but like I don't know, it's just not a fun experience.
The
and
ranking
it's,
system is weird. Like
it's
literally
bad,
you
it's
just play and you get
atrocious.
Onyx.
It's the worst
Like,
thing ever.
It's not rewarding.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, we're just at the point where like, yeah, like season 2, I'll check it out. Some of the new modes look cool. Like the maps look pretty. But like it really, in the grand scheme of things, and I said this in one of my videos, I think the thing that like not enough people consider is people already got their fill of Halo Infinite, right? That's why the player base drop off has been so big, right? Season 2 doesn't change that. It adds a few maps and a few modes, and like that lasts for like a week or two, and then you realize like, yep, this is still the same Infinite that I was already bored of, and then you get back off, right? And you do that for season 2, and then you wait 6 more months, and you try again in season 3 for the same type of update. Like,
But each time the players that are actually gonna come back are less and less, right?
yeah,
So, like,
exactly. So it's like,
unless the game does actually innovate in some way.
yeah,
I
they
don't
they
know.
have to do something like, and that's what the certain affinity mode will have to do. But like, there has to be something bigger or something like cool or huge fixes. Like, I could maybe see me caring a little bit more if they added like a few more ranked maps and actually fix the ranking system. But that's not even on their fucking roadmap. So it's like, nope. All right. So I still don't care about ranked because I just can't be asked to care about that atrocious system.
It's like, yeah,
I'll hop on and
this-
play every once in a while, but
the system's so atrocious. Like we played ranked, it was fun, right? We like would play ranked every night. I grind to carry my team, right? Like my friends and stuff. But then it's like I crash, my teammate gets demoted because I crashed. Like there's no rejoin feature, and like this just keeps happening. And it's just like I don't know what's the point of playing this. You know
There's
what I
no
mean? Like
point. There's
literally
absolutely no
not
point.
playing
So I've
anything at
been-
that point.
I've been playing ranked, like not a ton, but like I've played probably like 3 nights in the past like 2 weeks because I kind of been trying to get ready for Kansas City, right? And so like I'm Diamond 6 because I haven't played enough to get Onyx back. Every single game includes, usually the enemy team will be like 2 Onyx players. They're like 1700, maybe 1800, and like 2 plat players. And it's like the most pointless Halo I've ever played in my life because there's 2 competent players on the other team and 2 bots. And that's how every game is. Every game. And I've
call me a
only
bot.
been playing with other people because otherwise the player base is so low that all you get are these like in theory balanced teams, but just terribly like there isn't a big enough player base for it to be fun matches. Like I don't want to play a match where 2 people have to carry the fuck out of their 2 shitty teammates in order to win the game. Like that's no fun for anyone. Like I'd rather, like, at least when the people were playing, the system was broken, but you'd have 8 Onyx players in a lobby, you know? And it's like currently none of my games are like that. There's like, I get golds in my lobbies now and they just like look like they've never played Halo in their life, and it's I don't know, it's all pointless. Like and it's all part of like the death cycle. Like as the players go down, yeah, you can find matches, but your matches get worse and worse, and you get to a point where people will completely stop playing, right? And then you won't be able to find matches, and then the player base will continue to drop. And I don't know. It's just they haven't fixed anything regarding cheating.
Yeah, I
But
mean,
the
yeah.
Arbiter.
No, wait, what do you
The
mean?
fucking Arbiter.
Huge efforts forward when they removed the red crosshair from PC.
Oh, fuck me.
That stopped
Yeah.
all the cheaters. Yeah, I have not seen a single cheater in the
That's
last in the last 2-3 months.
Wait, are you being serious or sarcastic right now? I
I'm
can't
being
tell
sarcastic. I haven't played the game in 3 months. So, like,
anymore.
Tragic
ever
story.
since
I kind of agree. I think it is, but also there's no players. So if they can't properly code their game, yeah. You were so a few months ago we got that shitty ranked fix, and they did say that they were prioritizing lower ping matches in order to combat desync. But the problem is now you get really uneven matches because it tries to find people with similar pings, and you just end up with uneven matches. So it's like before you had more even matches but terrible desync, and you'd play high ping lobbies unless you were geofiltering, and now you play in theory across the board better ping matches but just with worse games. So it's like either way is a shit experience. Like either it's a shit experience because the net code's bad, or it's a shit experience because the games are unbalanced. So it's just I don't know.
Rush, what time are we leaving next Thursday?
I have to go to. I mean, we can talk about this after. I have to like. I have to go drive to a different city for work, but I'll be back by like.
Oh god.
I should be back by like 3 or 4, and I mean, in theory, I should like finish my work day, but then we can kind of go whenever. I mean, get down to. We could try and find somewhere like. Chat, if you live in Kansas City, let me and Luke know where we should get dinner. We can try and find like somewhere good to get dinner, and then I don't know. I'll probably like go to bed at a decent time the first night so I can get poo-pooed on Friday. Oh yeah, chat. We also need a teammate for Kansas City. If you're a kind of a competitive player, as in you open Halo Infinite every once in a while, and you want to play Halo Infinite with the boys.
You want to pick me up?
Are you coming to Kansas City?
No, I'm just very good at the game.
Okay, well that's not gonna help me at all. Relax.
Will
so.
you fly me out there? If you fly me out there,
I
pay
will
for
not.
airfare.
I will not be paying anyone's travel. I'm not an org.
I'll have to sleep in your house.
Here's the thing: the requirements aren't high because like
Arash.
their backup plan is just me, but I'm
Yeah.
not gonna like open the game before Kansas City. So
They're
like, if you open the game once in the last 4 months, you're in.
This is a
enough,
true
yeah.
statement. Our backup plan is Luke, who won't open the game. So
I said I'm not gonna practice. I'll play if they need a fourth just to like compete.
Luke, you're
But,
just
like,
gonna
I'm
yell
not
at the
gonna-
game the whole time.
I
That's
don't
how
think
y'all
he
are gonna
will, because
win.
we'll get shit on so hard he won't even like
Yeah, like,
realize how
It'll just be over.
it'll just
Y'all are
be
gonna
done.
demoralize the enemy team.
Yeah, I
Y'all
can't
gotta
play.
meme it
I can't
out. What's
play
the
against
team name?
Onyx people.
What's up, relaxed?
I can't play against Onyx people at all. When I got into an Onyx lobby, I went 8 for 25 every time.
All right, well
So-
that's
Oh
that's all
my.
you're gonna play at a
Yeah.
Halo LAN. Kansas City is very far from Florida.
We
Well,
should make,
depends on how you look at it. Like in scope of the universe.
Oh my god, you
Get
would
outta
have
here,
to
dude.
you would have to get a plane ticket. You're not making that drive.
So, Rash, you should put up a poll. You should decide what your team name is. I'm going for Bring Halo 5 back.
I think our team name is first round scrubs or something.
Oh man, it should have been like slamming Halo.
5.
Chipmunk, I don't think the flights are cheap, but if you actually want to play, DM me.
Yeah, the flights are kind of expensive.
Well, it
Good thing
depends.
we're able to
Tragic,
try.
Tragic Story said that sounds so much fun, but then I remember I'd have to be playing Infinite.
Dude, it's
Well,
so
just for
sad.
one
Like,
round. It's not even best of 3, right? It's just like
No, it's best of. We'll have to play 2 best of 3s because it's
2
it's
best of.
double elim.
Ooh, dude, I signed up for too much. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna call it. Y'all are gonna be on Streets and Recharge at some point.
Well,
don't
obviously,
know,
there's only
Behemoth.
5 maps. We'll fucking play.
Honestly,
all
I think
of
I
them.
think I got beat like a pro team on recharge. Just need to get the sword. So game over.
So
I just pick up the
buds,
main one.
just don't graduate and just come to Kansas City instead. All right, we need a 4th. Chipmunk,
Dude,
it
it's
is,
gonna
it
be
is
the launch of
definitely
your Halo
Halo
career.
and not
Hey.
Rocket League, my friend.
You guys can just ask Formal. He likes to leave teams.
Yeah, don't think he's gonna
Just
leave
ask him.
Optic to join the.
First round
No.
scrubs.
You can technically play mouse and keyboard, dude, but
Oh.
I would not pick you up as. a
Can
player.
I?
Mouse and
If
keyboard.
you
and
show
open
up with a
bracket.
mouse and keyboard, Luke, I'm just gonna not show up to the station. It's just not worth my fucking time.
No, I
Isn't that
no.
on
But dude,
Xbox?
actually, fucking that shit feels awful.
Speaking
Mouse
of
and keyboard.
which, do you have like a random headset I could use?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. Because the headset that I took to Raleigh, you can't hear me talk, so it's not very useful. But I didn't want to buy a headset just to go play at Kansas City for like 2 best of 3s.
I probably have like 4 or 5 random ass headsets laying around somewhere.
That's actually
Gotta
not
find them.
terrible,
The cable.
Beast. That's way cheaper than I thought they would be. But that's from LAX to KC, which is probably
Yeah,
like
Spirit's cheap.
one of the cheapest like places to get flights from because it's such
But
a
like
big.
flying Spirit is not that terrible for like an inland flight. I'm gonna be honest. Like you can
Yeah, it's
do
really
it.
not. It's probably like a 2-hour
I
flight.
mean,
not
it also
even.
depends on how tall you are, but like, I mean, I'm 6'7" and I've flown with these cheapest airlines. It's doable. It'll be just a pain, but I mean, it's just like a little time that has to go by.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, so if you know any sweaty Halo players that live near Kansas City and they want to go have some fun, you send them my way because we're open to all suggestions at this point. All right, Chipmunk, sounds good. The roster lock is the 25th, so we have to figure something out by then. So if we don't find someone by the 25th, Luke is taking the spot.
Oh, it's tomorrow.
No,
Or-
tomorrow's the 24th.
No, look at the time.
It is. The
Shit,
24th.
that is tomorrow. Shit. All right, well.
Well,
All right, Luke, you're on the team.
Oh, fuck.
I'm
Zake
a
was
first round.
Zake was
to
gonna
buy
be
a
a
jersey.
great backup, but then he couldn't come.
Y'all need a
Dude, I
jersey.
had this
Oh,
idea
that would've
and I
been a
completely
great
forgot
backup.
about it. I was gonna like buy a shit ton of Araj merch and just wear Araj merch the whole time. But like I think I'm a little late to order.
Yeah, I don't think it'll show up in time.
unless Rash, you got some at your house.
I don't have any of my own merch. So BK designed new merch for me. I hope he's in chat and hears this. He designed new merch for me, and we're gonna put it out. And then I don't know. We just like dropped the ball and never did it. It's actually cool merch
I'd
too.
usually go.
Yeah,
Disappointing.
but
Did
we
it
were
for
gonna
the
drop
rack
it when I hit
users.
20K, but Infinite sucked so much that like my channel just stagnated.
Dude, I couldn't wait for 10K. I never thought I'd see that number, and it looks like I never will. Just kidding.
Yeah.
I bet we'll get there eventually.
I mean,
But, you
my
know,
advice to Halo content creators is just keep pushing. Interest will come back in some form.
Yeah, that's why
Maybe
we're
not
gonna,
for
I can't
Infinite.
make
That's
any
why
other
we're gonna make
games.
that video, Luke. Should we record that video before we go to KC?
Sure.
Shit,
Let's do a documentary.
We could do it Thursday, and then we could leave, and then
Yeah.
I'll have it to edit when I get back. That's a banger of a video. If I drop that like 2 days after season 2 drops, when people actually have the game open, and I clickbait us playing a certain mode that's not in the game, I think that gets views. Maybe
Yeah.
it might not. I don't understand YouTube. Actually, I do understand YouTube. Every time I try and make anything fun, it just does terrible. And then if I shit on Halo, then it does okay.
Yeah, I noticed that. Anytime I make a tier list or curse Halo and like not curse it, I mod it until it doesn't work anymore. Gets hella views. But I'm like, hey guys, check out this horror game you guys have been asking me to do. I played it finally, and it's like, I'm like, what? But y'all wanted this, and the YouTube algorithm says, too bad I didn't show them. I'm like,
Yeah,
but why?
the YouTube algorithm. So this is the last thing. Then we're gonna end the stream or the podcast. So like, one of the things that I hate the most that when I see on Twitter is when someone is saying like Infinite sucks and like it sucks to be a content creator, and like all the responses are like, just play other games, just make other content.
Oh my.
Guys, I
No,
don't
no,
think
no,
you
not
like
possible.
it.
Oh,
It is
brother.
not. It is not as easy as uploading content for other video games. Like YouTube, like actively fights against that.
Mm-hmm.
Active.
Let me give you a comparison. 158,000 views for Cursed Halo is best Halo Infinite. Okay, how about when I did Minecraft, which everyone kept asking for, 900 views. That is if we do the math, that is not even a fraction that you can see with the human eye.
Yeah, not good.
It's
Play the games,
actually
bro. Play the games.
Try other games? Yeah, I'll do that. I'm just like Markiplier. I can play whatever I want, get millions of dollars.
Hell yeah, you can do it. I believe in you.
I believe in me too. I don't
Okay.
believe in you though, Rash.
Thank you. Goodbye, everyone. There
Bye,
might be a
everyone.
stream Tuesday. I don't know if there is a stream Tuesday. I'll let you know. Otherwise, there might not be any streams until season 2. If
See
I
you guys
can
in a couple of weeks
convince-
when
all right,
Halo
you,
Infinite is.
you send me your
Season 2.
boss's number, Sirbots, and I'll call him up. Chipmunk, I've
guys.
quite literally played Rainbow Six twice. I don't think I'll be at the Rainbow Six mate. All right, let's find someone to raid. We will raid.
Is Kevin on?
XQC streaming.
Nice.
No.
Here,
Yeah,
you
raid
guys
SUC.
can you guys can go watch some Halo 3, and it'll make you feel happy.
Halo 3 is good.
All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Peace out. See you either Tuesday or season 2. They'll be back for that for sure.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Good.